Okay, I'm all ready to go.
This is through a Michigan corporation, huh?
That's right.
All right. That's where I was born.
Oh yeah, what part?
Oh, Tracy Street. Oh, hell, I know where Tracy is.
You know the street in which I'm buying this house? That's crazy.
I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan.
You were, huh?
I'm 75 years old. I was born and raised in Detroit. I left Detroit in 1973.
Really? How was it when you left?
It was going through a lot of political changes. That's when they first elected the first black mayor of Detroit, Coleman Young. I worked with him. I worked with John Conyers, who was the congressman there. And it was great. It was great. There's a lot of good political movement, amongst college students and people and politicians. Then everything went to crap.
Yeah,
After that.
I'll tell you, Detroit is not an area that looks like this area.
Oh, of course, no.
Not even just the city, but I found Detroit to be, I'll be candid, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like most of it looked like areas that we seldom see here, like maybe deep East Portland, maybe like Southeast 100 area would be like a decent area of Detroit.
Well, Detroit was an industrial town, and after the 70s and going into the 80s, when the automobile industry moved out of Michigan, a large part of it.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden, because quite frankly, a third to 50% of the people who live in that state, their lives were affected by whichever way the automobile industry went.
Oh, interesting. I heard
not because they worked immediately in it, but they worked for everything economically around it was touched by.
Oh, interesting.
By the automobile industry.
I heard that it was the wealthiest city in the world at one point, not just the United States. Maybe it was the 20s. It was.
Maybe back, not in the 20s. Maybe back in the 40s.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody worked. The automobile factories were on full employment.
Well, I find that there's these beautiful houses left over from that time that are in really bad condition.
That are around in Grosse Pointe Shores and
oh my gosh,
and all those places. Yeah,
this is just slightly on the west side, but the house is stunning. It just needs a little bit of rehab. That's what I'm doing. Well, I'm ready. What do we sign?
What do we got? Okay, we're gonna sign these. That's just a copy for you.
And don't worry, this is pointing towards me.
Hey, go ahead, buddy.
I've had title companies make me sign documents saying that I will not film the signing.
Oh, really?
I've had notaries walk out, and I'm like, I just want to let you know I'm not filming you guys.
Here, settlement statement. That's the first one. Blue ink.
So we're acquiring for $70,000 with $50,000 rehab. Total is $127,500. Good. Okay. So I'm signing right here.
Yep. Tracy Street. That's on the west side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably near my old high school, the high school I graduated from, Cooley High School.
What an interesting coincidence.
Cooley High School. I graduated from there.
I went to Detroit for the first time last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad was getting married over there, and he was actually getting married in Grand Rapids, and I thought, you know what? I'm about an hour away from my fix and flips. That could be fun to see.
Yeah, Detroit has an interesting history.
Yeah.
Interesting history. I mean, I remember back then, if everybody worked at automobile plant or for some subsidiary of the automobile industry. If you got fired, let's say you got fired from Chrysler, you could walk across the street to GM and get a job.
Really?
Yeah, the same day, same time, because they needed workers.
Wow. Interesting.
Okay, now we're going to sign the mortgage doc, and that would be that one.
Oh.
Okay, let's see.
Can you buy our house? Yeah, there's a link in my bio that you can submit it to, and I'll look at it and I'll see if I can make an offer. Maybe a lot of the time people say, "Can you buy our house?" But it's rural. I own in Indiana. I own in Tennessee. I own in Texas, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Alabama, and a number of other areas. Thanks. Thank you. How do I say your name? Meek Insure. I don't know how to say that, Cheryl. I don't know how to say that. Yeah. For any of you who are looking to have me look at your house and make an offer on it, I'm happy to do that. I just need to know kind of where it is and what it is. So there's a link in my bio. It's fully free. You can submit your house there. I do intend to do some calls today with homeowners. Where in PA? I own in Long Pond in the Poconos. Sorry, it's more of a live stream than a filming. See, what I do is I stream the process and then they ask me questions about the deal afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how much this house in Michigan cost me? $125,000?
Yeah, it's really interesting. So it was listed for 90. I offered 70,
and probably 4 years ago you could have got it for 60.
even less. Even less.
I know.
Even less than that. Maybe like 40 or 50. But it was listed for 90. It's in livable but really gross condition. Really gross, like 1980s, hasn't been renovated since then condition.
Yeah.
And I offered them 70. They said no, and it just kept sitting and sitting. So I followed up with them. I offered them 70 again, and they finally caved. And then the reason it's 125, or it says 125, is because I asked the lender for 50K to rehab the house. Okay. So the lender is sending me a 50K check, or I guess right here it says 48.5 after fees. But yeah, he just pays for my entire renovation. I send it to the contractor.
Okay, this is your promissory note where you're signing off individually and as a company.
Great, thank you. Do you think I should signature or just print here?
Where?
It says
signature on both.
Signature on both.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Clinza, you're welcome to join and get started on this. I mean, I stream the process 3 hours a day. So I show my process for wholesaling, for flipping, for rental properties. I'm not very good at my rental properties, but I'm learning. I show that whole process 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and you're always welcome to be here, and you can join via the link in my bio.
Okay.
What's the mustache for? That's a great question. What a good question. Okay. I use it to clean the house.
There you go. Errors and omissions.
I never intended for my signature to become consistent, but it somehow has.
It sure is.
Do I need money to start? Well, to flip, yes, but that's not how I started. I started out finding houses for flippers. So this is pretty interesting, but this house was for sale on Zillow. You could have brought it to me. You could have gotten it under contract and you could have brought it to me. And it's listed for 90. I got it for 70, but let's say they accepted 60. Well, I'd give you 10K as a finder's fee. And you don't have to be a realtor to collect a finder's fee. I mean, imagine mom and dad are just looking for a property. What's the date? June 8th. June is the 6th month. So 06, 08, 2, 6. I'll finish that in a second. Borrower, yeah. And then 06, 08, 2, 6. Yeah, okay. Here's the fast. I don't know what I was going to say. Here's how you could get into real estate without having money, without being a realtor either. So like this is an example, and this is not what I do, but let's say your parents were looking for a property. Maybe they wanted to pay 300, 400K for it. Let's say 400K. And maybe they lived in Texas, and maybe it was in San Antonio, Texas. And you called every single house listed for 400K until one of them sold for 350 or 325. And you go to them and you say, hey, I just got somebody to agree to 325 instead of 400. And they say, who? And you say, pay me. Does it make sense for them to pay you? Think about it. You understand the example I just said? There's no license, there's no listing agreement, there's nothing. If you spend your time calling until somebody sells at a discount, it would make sense for somebody to give you a finder's fee. So what I do is I aggregate investors by, oh, here we go.
Notary signature. Yeah. Notary book.
Oh, well, hopefully that suffices.
That'll work.
A little sideways. Is it really that easy? No, it's not, because you have to learn how to speak to realtors, right? I would say it's simple. It's not necessarily easy. If you sound stupid over the phone, nobody's going to do business with you. You have to sound like a credible and intelligent individual to make this work. But with that said, we've had a plethora of children do deals, like people below 18. So yeah, it can be done, but most people can't do it largely because they're not willing to commit the time necessary to get there. I would compare this to like losing weight. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, but it's also a challenge. Is this just my copy?
Yeah, that's your copy, Rich.
Well, thank you so much.
Hey, buddy.
Great to meet you. I do this like 2 or 3 times a month. So yeah. Do you have a card? Oh, you love
Interesting business you got going. That's great, man.
Isn't it?
Keep it going.
Absolutely.
You need a notary at a spur of the moment.
I do always, yes.
I'm not too far away.
I have a closing in about 2.5 weeks, also in Detroit, and I'll reach out.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
Oh, where am I going this way?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't get lost.
What else you do besides sell homes?
I make videos. I make videos about it, and I talk to people about how to do what I just said, get the finder's fee. So I make videos about flipping houses, which is more recent for me, but for a long time I've been collecting the finder's fees from people who flip houses after getting it at a discount for them. So now I'm live with a couple hundred people, and they just ask me questions, and now they're going to show me their deals, and I'm going to either ruin their day or make their day.
Oh man, that's great.
Have a good one, man.
That's great.
Bye-bye.
Okay, buddy.
You must love Freddie Mercury. You know, I never intended to look like bro, but I do get that a lot. I get Miles Teller a lot. I get Freddie Mercury a lot, and I get there's another one. I always see his name, but I just don't know who it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm still so nauseous from the gym. Did I do a good job faking that I'm not? Hopefully. Okay, so nothing like Miles Teller. Yeah, I never really thought it. That's just what I hear a lot. Is that a rug? Is that a rug on the wall? No, it's moss, man. It's moss. I've got a big moss wall in here. Okay, how many people are new? I've got 100 people on TikTok. Welcome, TikTok. I've got 25 on YouTube. And how many do we have on Discord? I've got about 192 on Discord. So we've got about 400 people watching right now. Welcome to our 400 viewers today. Thebomb.com says, brand new, first day, just got here. Well, let's bring up 3 new members. We've got 3 new members here. I want to bring all 3 of you up, and I just want to let you guys ask questions about what this is, because I really don't want to neglect our new members. We have anywhere from 40 to about 100 people join this community per day. And I think that Discord is really hard to use, really hard to comprehend. And I'm sorry about that. I wish it were easier. I've built a website that has all of the Discord's resources so that you guys don't have to wonder about navigating this platform. But I've just invited you to come up on stage. I want to let you know that every time you show up to the live stream, I'll try to bring up as many people as I possibly can, and I will answer your questions and tell you what our buyers are looking for. Some days I will just do demonstrations. Other days I might spend the entire day selling your deals to our buyers. So I'm going to let all of my new members, new member, if you need help, join my 3-hour stream. And yeah, this is Monday through Friday, guys. So what sets Hold My Hand Wholesale apart from a lot of the other groups is I sit on here for hours every single day. So Chase, if you'd like to come up, you're welcome to come up. Nikola Tesla, I hear that one a lot too, huh? Okay, so let's start with thebomb.com. Thebomb.com, you're new today. Do you have any questions to represent the newcomers? Because I find that I start to lose the newcomer perspective as I've been doing this so long, and I forget the questions that y'all would like to get answered. You're muted right now, but I get the idea that you can hear me. Maybe Kirk, Mr. Bricker. Hello.
Oh, okay, I figured it out. I'm sorry.
You got it. You got it. Any questions about the community, what it is that we do here, literally anything at all, because this is a very confusing platform. I'm so sorry about that.
I think it's really the Discord that's more hard to navigate. I noticed before even joining your team that Discord was fairly hard to navigate.
It's like stuck in the past. They really need to do something about
Yeah, I agree. But I understand the concept for the most part. Find the house, make the calls. But if we do find a deal, how do we get the deal to you, and how do we draw up a contract?
That's a great question, and I will show you right now. Look at this, guys. Excellent beginner questions that we never get to answer. So valuable. So we got a lot of people here who are new. Probably like 30 or 40 of you are new. She put your question in the chat, but her question applies to everybody. So even if you're not the one asking a question, chances are I'm going to answer your question by answering her question. So her question was, if we have a deal, how do we get it over to you? And the other question was, how do we draw up a contract? So the way that you get it over to me is you type #submit. Can you see my screen share right now? And should I call you thebomb.com, or is there another name you go by?
My name is Nelvi.
Nel V, did I say that right?
Novi, like a no and a V.
No V, got you. Marquise, come on up here, man. That's insane. If you type #submit, or if you just type hashtag and then SUB, it'll come up. And if you click on that, it prompts you to submit a deal, and you've got a little tutorial video on how to submit that deal right there. However, I should say that's probably how we should submit the deal. And then as far as a contract, if you were to make an offer on a property like this guy right here, this is one that somebody showed me today. We kind of determined that the roof may be falling apart, but if you made an offer on this of, ideally 140, 150, nice little discount right there, the realtor would send you the contract. So you see Mr. Elijah Cook right here? The conversation would kind of go like this. Hey, Elijah. Oh, that's Buy Box Cartel calling me with another deal. It would go kind of like this. Hey, Elijah, I'm trying to get pre-approved for your listing here on LaSalle Boulevard. I got pre-approved at $150,000. Do you think that's something we can present to your seller? Absolutely. Guess what? My seller said yes to your offer. Oh, great. Would you mind sending me a contract? Sure thing. So the realtor's standard procedure is to send you a contract so that the seller doesn't have any questions or have to send your contract to an attorney, because contracts could be predatory. So what the government has done to reduce predatory contracts is they give realtors a contract written by the state. They call it their state-approved form. State-approved form, state-approved contract. If you say those words, a realtor will know what you're talking about. But to answer your question, type #submit on this Discord that you're in. And then the realtor is going to be the one who sends you the contract. Now, there's two things that you need to know to put in that contract. One, earnest money. Earnest money is submitted after our inspection period. And two, We need a 7-day inspection. Marquise, let's see it. We need a 7-day inspection period. And then Mike, I saw your question and I'm going to go ahead and ask about that. But I'm just going to make sure that no V, right? No V? Hopefully.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that we've answered all of your questions. So I would say the best place to start, if you haven't already, is to take our prerequisite courses. Our prerequisite courses are simply courses that break down what it is that we talk about in these live streams, because this is going to get really technical really quickly. And I just wanted to spend a little bit of time helping out new members first. But if you haven't already taken those prerequisite courses, I would to avoid the overwhelm. And you find those by typing hashtag get started. Get started. So right here is the Get Started Cash course. Get Started Cash course. They're all free. There's no upcharges in here. Get Started Mortgage Takeover. Get Started Seller Financing. I would watch those. Yeah, 2 times is a really, really good idea, because I don't know if I'm a very good teacher. And the only other thing I'll let you know about, the only other thing I'm going to let you know about is that we recognized how difficult Discord was to use, and we built a solution. The solution that we built is this website. This website is everything that the Discord is minus the live streams. So it's asking me a couple intro questions, but you can skip them. It shows the education, the tools, as in our calculators. You can submit deals on here, and we have made this. We've made it because it's a little bit easier to use than the Discord is. But if you're comfortable using the Discord, you can.
I did get a chance to see the website, and it wasn't really like when you clicked on the links, they would be empty. But then I did see on Discord, people in the chat were saying that the website was down momentarily.
So Chris was trying to connect it to Claude Code and accidentally deleted every single thing in the website. And he is trying to fix that. He says that he can fix it. And I don't exactly know what happened there, but he told me that it will be fixed imminently. So it could be fixed now, it could be fixed tomorrow or so. But I am pretty sure that he is working on getting that back up. It's not under maintenance. It's not a glitch, guys, but Chris accidentally deleted everything. So he's working on getting that back, unfortunately. Yeah. He's okay though. It's okay.
Okay, I did notice that the submit, like when you click submit the deal, like it still pops up. So if we was to submit the deal, even though the other things was deleted, that would still go through.
Yeah. So everything on the Discord, as in this app, is functioning. It's just that the website that we built to make this app a little easier to use, he deleted some things, and we're working on getting those back right now. So he's been very busy. Hey, you should bring... Okay. All right. Well, do you have any other questions, Novi?
No, not as of right now. You answered all the questions that I had.
Somebody says, okay, perfect. Well, we're going to move on to some other questions then. Somebody says, do we get pre-approved with one of your buyers or through the bank? I think there might be some confusion here. A pre-approval is something that comes from a lender, not the buyer. You could get pre-approved through the bank if you're getting a mortgage, usually to live in a house. If you're wanting to get pre-approved, that means you're wanting to buy. And if you're wanting to buy, we have, well, I would say you should learn how to wholesale first, but we have hard money lenders right here. The agent from Memphis just texted. Okay, guys, it sounds like we've got a lot of questions today. So I see this other guy who needs help with a quadplex. I can help you out with that. Would love updated proof of funds. I can get you updated proof of funds right now. Let me work on that really quickly for you. I'll get you updated proof of funds. Damn, I keep losing members. When I was last here, I had 8,100 members. Now I have 8,000. We lost over 100 members. We gained over 100 members, but we also, that means we probably lost like 300 members if we gained. Because we do get a lot of signups each day. A lot of people join each day, but a lot of people leave each day. I don't exactly know how to fix that. Hold on, I'm getting my new proof of funds for people. Well, that's not it. Want to buy my house in Northwest Florida? It's 200K. Yeah, so if you've got a house you'd like me to make an offer on, please submit it to the link in my bio. I'm going to be making some offers today. So I hope to do calls today. If I can get through these questions, I'd really like to do some calls. Come on, Chase Bank. Is there any way you'd let me in, please? Please. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Please stop texting me. Holy shit. I'm trying. I'm sorry. It's just exploding. I don't know what to do. I'm on Do Not Disturb. It's on Do Not Disturb. It's also on silent. I don't know how else to fix it. Okay. All right. Well, that's off now. Hopefully that slows down. Okay, let's jump into this. So we had 2 more new members, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. I think Kirk and Chase were both new. Mr. Bricker and Chase. You guys were both new, right? Is that accurate? You're muted right now, so if you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Yes.
Hi
Yeah.
there.
I'm new.
How can I help you today? I just wanted to bring up new members and make sure that I was answering all of your questions effectively.
Yeah, I think a lot of my stuff got answered, and some of the stuff that you've been answering. One thing I'm just oh,
Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. I'm going to invite you back up. So your name was Chase, I think. Chase. I'm not sure what happened there. You must have accidentally dropped off stage. Now, Chase, I don't know why. It's not actually letting me invite you back up. I'm not sure why. Maybe one of my community helpers can bring you back up on stage. It just won't let me. All right. So the other new individual we had was Mr. Bricker. Kurt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I just wanted to make sure that I was able to help you out when you got started here.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. It seems like I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, lots to learn.
I will be the second to admit this Discord is a pain in the ass, especially if you're old.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the other website that you said somebody deleted and is working frantically to get it back up. If you could send a link or something to what that's going to be. My main question, and this might get answered in all of your videos I'm trying to watch and all of the classes I'm trying to catch up on, but the main thing that brought me in was the finder's fees. Yes. Talking about $10K to bring you a deal and done.
Right.
Now, what I was trying to find was a list of criteria. Do you have a square footage criteria? Do you have a bedroom or bathroom criteria? I know I've heard you say several times you don't care where the hell it's at, but
yeah, I
do have a criteria. That was the list of criteria, and what? Yeah. See, that's the other thing I'm trying to get signed up for is I got the link to that a little while ago. So
yeah.
Again, a lot to learn.
Okay, so this is our criteria right here. but I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to it if I'm being honest. Kind of as you said, these deals could be anywhere. So I'll tell you this: if you have a cash deal, that cash deal should be in a major U.S. city. I would say the places that most of our cash deals are done are Birmingham, Detroit, Memphis, St. Louis, and if you can get one, Cleveland. Cleveland's a little harder because you have to disclose that you're wholesaling. How do I comp in non-disclosure states? That's a great question. You use PropStream right here. But essentially, the list of criteria is on our website, buyboxcartel.com. Your login to this website is the same as your Discord. But honestly, man, I wouldn't worry about it. If you take the courses reveal the criteria to you. And I know that sounds insane. Like, well, how do I know what to look for if I don't have a list of criteria? You do have a list of criteria right here. I just think that you're going to spend you're going to spend a lot of time looking and not calling. And ultimately what you need to be doing is talking to people and learning how to improve the way that you speak to others. So what I would do to learn the criteria is to go to the courses, because the courses reveal the criteria more than anything else. The Get Started Cash course, really, really helpful for learning exactly what our buyers are looking for. Same thing with Get Started Seller Finance and Get Started Mortgage Takeover. These are all prerequisite courses designed to inform you as to what the buyers are looking for and what our processes to get the properties under contract are. Cash course is
okay. So you just type, it says the # Get Started Mortgage Takeover. You type it down there in the message box and it's supposed to bring up a lit. I guess mine doesn't work that way. I guess I don't have something set up, but
you do.
Yeah, those aren't coming up when I type stuff in there.
Right, because there's a hashtag in front of it.
Maybe, like I said, maybe it's just me.
So if you type the hashtag, it pops up. So you see, if I type Get Started, nothing.
Oh,
happens.
there we go.
But if
there
I
we
type
go.
the hashtag, it pops up.
Hashtag. That's a # for us old people.
Let me ask about the cash course really quickly, because I'm being told it's non-existent, but it should be on YouTube. So let me ask really quickly here. Hey, the cash course on Discord, did it also go down with the website?
So WHOLESALE right now is working on re-uploading the videos to Discord while we fix Lovable. The Homeland Wholesale website should be fixed within the next few days.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
But I will ask Glacial for an update. You could. Oh, he said it's good. Apparently, it's on Discord.
Unfortunately, I can't find it right now. I see the fix and flip course, but the fix and flip course is not the same as the cash course. The fix and flip course teaches people how to do fix and flip.
SpaghettiOs. All right. Well, let me cross-reference a few things and see what video she has and what needs to get on there, and we'll get them posted.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Richard is happy to sign creative deals. Yeah, I'm happy to sign creative deals. Closed. Oh my gosh, Yusuf, you got paid? Apolline closed? That's great. That's excellent, Yusuf. Congratulations. Post that in the what is it? It's motivation. Yeah, post that in the motivation, dude. That's great. Guys, Yusuf lives in Africa. He lives in Africa. He's in Egypt, and he's closed probably 5 deals. So I am under the impression that if he can do it, you can do it. But I'll let you know, Yusuf is relentless. He's relentless, and he has no emotions. He has no emotions towards this. So it's people are very, very emotional. He's not. Andrew's not responding. Okay. Let me call Andrew really quick. Andrew, because we can get the cash course. I just have a link for the cash course. We can just put that up right now. Let me call.
Go first.
Hey, Gracio's been trying to reach you. Our cash course went down. We need the new link for it. No, the fix and flip course teaches you how to do fix and flip. The cash course teaches you how to wholesale fix and flip.
All right, cool. Let me look for it.
It was something you probably made it 2 months ago.
Okay, I'll check. I'll check on that. I
Okay.
didn't see it on the YouTube, but I'll check for it on my computer.
Well, if that's deleted, we've got to redo the whole thing.
No, I'll find it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro, same.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get the link to the cash course, guys. What happened was my team deleted all of the videos I had made. I don't know how that happened. And then now they're trying to get them back. And I think that the cash course is uploaded on YouTube as a private video, and I think we could just send it over. Found it? Oh, you found the cash course? Oh, we found the cash course. Okay, perfect. Then that will be uploaded right now. So if we get a cash course, get started cash. And then if we delete that, this is not the cash course. This is the cash course. How to wholesale fix and flips. Okay. Well, we had some new people up here, but I don't know where they went. So we'll just move on to today's activities. So here's what I'm going to be looking at today. I have some students who have deals. I'm going to look at a couple of their deals. And if you have a deal that you'd like me to look at, I'll try to look at your deal. I'll try to look at your deal as well. But I'm gonna slow down on calling buyers during this stream because it's hard for me to keep track of this. It's circumventing our normal process, and our normal process is to send the deals to my team, and then my team sends it to the buyer. But we have all of these straggler deals that have been sent to the buyers by me, and it becomes very, very hard for me to keep track of those in my mind. So it's stressing me out a lot. GB13, we walked all 7 duplexes. We walked all 7 of them. We followed the agent to all 7 of those properties. All 7 are 20 to 30K rehab. Every single one is a fix and flip. They're tenant occupied, but they're also destroyed, like roof falling apart, siding falling apart, brick falling apart. And I was like, there's no way, all 7? And he said, yeah, all 7 of them. With that said, I have other buyers who are interested in doing renovations on these deals. This is why he agreed to mortgage takeover on all properties that he has, because they're all wrecked and they couldn't qualify for financing. So yeah, Albert, I'm happy to talk to you. So it looks like we are going to be selling them to a couple buyers. Not all of them are going to close. Some of them are too far gone, but I think a couple of them have been assigned. What did your parents do for work? My parents ran a dermatology clinic in Portland, Oregon when I was a kid. Okay. So GB13, I think we could still probably sell a couple of those to separate buyers who are okay with renovations, but they also want to inspect, and I am a little concerned about what they're going to find in the inspection. Okay. So let's keep going here. And ideally, I'd like to do some demonstrations today just to kind of show you what's working for people. But we'll look at Marquise's deal first. Marquise, you said you texted me some really nice looking numbers. It was 130 something occupied rent of $2,600.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Wow, dude. I mean, those are really good numbers, man. Those are really good numbers. Hopefully the condition is good. You also had Strathmore, right?
Yeah, Strathmore. I think the inspector actually, sorry, I'm outside. It's a little bit windy. The inspector inspected it, and then the agent was saying that we should have the report by now. I didn't receive any report, so I'm assuming it might have went to, I don't know, maybe the whoever was dealing with that, like as far as like the buyer or something like that. I wasn't sure because I didn't get any report.
Let's find out how Strathmore went.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to WAP.com for that, Carlos. I would take that up with WAP. You can also go to hmhw.group. Remember, www.hmhw.group. That's the group.
One moment while I try to connect this call.
WAP.com has customer support. They can help
They
you out.
said on a call currently.
Okay, so he's not available. Maybe Joseph can. And then you've got another one, so I guess I'll ask you about your other one when I call about the inspection for Strathmore. What was the situation with your other one?
Just called and it's tenant occupied. I think I just DM'd it to you. I just called the agent, say it's only like a $23,000 discount, but the numbers work both ways. But I got it for an even better discount at 132. I initially offered 130. They accounted with 132 because the seller has a payoff they need to pay on the balance of their loan. So they're willing to do it, and it's occupied. Section 8 tenants paying $26.50 altogether. I believe it's like close to 30% cash on cash return. I didn't get a chance to run the numbers, but it seemed pretty good from when I saw it, and photos look decent online. So they said that they said the agent's writing it for me right now. They're able to notify the tenants and schedule a walkthrough for like Wednesday to make sure it's worth inspecting. So just wanted to see if you can lay eyes on it. Let me know if you can have those same buyers walk it for me if you're able to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And for the guy who's looking for the template, I'll drop a template in the chat for you. But it's really simple. I would just text them. So there's all kinds of templates on holdmyhandwholesale.group. I think the group may or may not be down right now. I'm not entirely sure. The website that is. We're working on it. Now here is a template, maybe just like a cash offer template. This is a nice little cash offer template. Obviously, this has my information in it. You'd want to use your information on it. By the way, Buy Box Cartel is taking off. Buy Box Cartel, in terms of the offers that people are getting, is taking off. When you post your deal to Buy Box Cartel, people reach out to you. They make offers to you. My team is effectively selling your deals on Buy Box Cartel, and it's surprising. I didn't necessarily think it would work that well, but people see my social media, they go to the website, and they just make offers on your deals. So consider posting your deal in the marketplace as a way of selling it. If I were you, every single time you had a deal, I would do 3 things. I would send it, maybe even 4. I would send it to my team. I would post it on Buy Box Cartel, and I would post it on Facebook, and I would cold call any buyers that you're aware of as well. So that's 4 different ways. 4 different ways. Look at this. Heck yes, I get offers. Pam posts their deals on the marketplace and is getting offers. So guys, if you're like, hey, I'm not getting traction on it, your deal is probably not a deal. That's probably the first thing. But also note that there's more than just one way. There's more than just one way to get your deal sold. No, Sebastian, I don't. Okay. So we were talking to Marquise about Marquise's deal. And is this North Lawn Street, Marquise?
I can hear you say it one more time.
Is it North Lawn?
Yeah, North Lawn.
Is this one of those houses disguised as a duplex or a single family, but it's actually a duplex?
That I was kind of wondering about, to be honest with you. I didn't see more than 2 doors on there, but I saw 2 mailboxes, 2 addresses. So I was like, I guess it is, but they might just have like kind of a weird setup on the inside where it splits up, maybe, I'm hoping.
Well, I see 2 addresses. I see those 2 addresses, and I see the back door. There's a door in the back. Is there a second kitchen? I see 1 kitchen.
I want to say there might.
I just see 1. So I'd need to know if this is a duplex or a single family, but what is it occupied at? 2,600, you said?
Section 8 tenants are paying, one is paying 12 and some change. And I think the other one, hold on, let me tell you right now. I don't want to give you the wrong numbers.
Wow. So 2.
Unit one is paying $1,312 a month. Unit 2 is paying $1,200 a month.
Well, that's phenomenal. And you have it at 120 something, 130?
132 right now. Greater than that 145 possible.
Well, that's pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'll make a call right now and I'll ask about the inspection on Strathmore and then this one on North Lawn. You have this under contract, correct?
I don't have it under contract quite yet, but the agent's writing it up and sending it over to me tonight to sign.
Okay, let's wait on that because they hate it when I say, "Hey, opportunity," and something goes wrong. But I will call and ask about
Okay.
Strathmore. One moment here.
Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, I'm getting it signed tonight, sir.
Thanks. I'll shoot him a text. So we're looking at Joseph, and we'll also send this to Quaid. Hey guys, how was inspection on Strathmore and the 2 Akron properties? Mike, do you know if we walked the 2 Akron properties? I did everything I could to get them to do that. Do you have any update on that? Oh, you're muted right now.
Sorry, I just sent the seller a text as well, so I'll let you know if he texts me back, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay. I think that they did. I tried to make that so clear and obvious to them as to what to do. Hopefully they did what they're supposed to do. But yeah.
For sure. It's mostly the EMD for one of them due tomorrow and then the following day, but I'll stick around and I'll let you know.
Okay, let me see if I can get Quaid. Oh, Quaid is typing right now.
Cool.
EMD due tomorrow for 2 Akron. Or for one of the 2 of the Akron, right?
For the single family first, and then on Wednesday it'd be the triplex. Correct.
I spoke to my property manager and we'll need to get rid of the tenant, and one of the houses had a cat from the previous person having 40 cats in the house. 40 single family or triplex. There might be a bad cat smell in the house. There might have been a lot of cats in the property.
That's terrible.
I don't. We'll find out. He's not saying no. He's not saying no or anything to it. But yes. Okay. Well, I'll keep you posted. I haven't heard anything yet.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Okay. Next, probably. Geez, we've got a lot of people here. Let's hear from a new member. ROU Rue. Your mic is muted right now, but oh, there you go. Hi.
Yes, it's Ru. It's Ru.
Hi.
But you can call me Ru, though. I know you cannot spell the H, so.
Yeah. How can I help you today? I heard that you were new here.
Okay. Yes, I'm pretty much new here. I've been here for like 2 weeks.
Great.
Learned a lot. Actually, I've been cold calling for like 2 years, homeowners in real estate. But the wholesaling part is the thing that is new for me. I'd like to ask you a question about how would you decide whether a property is a whole or a flat or a wholesale?
Sure.
Like, is it a cash deal or is it a seller finance better? When is the point that when I see this analysis, I would say this is the one for
Yes. So
this method?
I'll show you right now. Let's look at some deals. So I'm going to put in a price filter of $60,000 in Detroit right now. And then I'm going to grab a, well, let's look at maybe a single family for now. We'll do a single family. So this is a fix and flip. How do I know it's a fix and flip? Well, this is $60,000 house, right? $60,000 houses need to be flipped. They're not usually in good condition in most places in the United States. So we'll try to find something here and see if it has what we call an after repair value. Now, why am I clicking away from this one? This has 600 square feet. It's a 2-1. It doesn't make sense to me. For everybody on TikTok who's asking questions, I am sharing my screen right now. This is also a 2-1. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me unless we add another bedroom to it. 2-1s just don't sell for very much. That's also a 2-1 right there. So maybe we can put in a filter for at least 3 beds. Okay, so here's a 3-bed, 1-bath. Is this a fix and flip or a rental property? Well, that needs a new roof and the interior is not in livable condition. So we both know that would be a fix and flip because it's not in livable condition. You also couldn't get financing at this price either. So that would definitely be a fix and flip. Would it be a good fix and flip? Probably not. It's probably not a good fix and flip. And I'll show you right now. I don't know that to be the case, but it just doesn't look right to me. This doesn't look like the right type of property to me. And your pattern recognition over time starts to let you know what's good and what's bad before you even look at it. But a couple of things that stand out to me here. It needs a full renovation, probably close to $50,000. And it kind of looks like it's not in the best area. I don't know this to be the case. But generally speaking, houses at this price point, why am I showing you a bad flip? Why am I showing you a bad flip? We can do much better than that. I'm going to put in an 80,000 price point, maximum price point, and I'm going to scroll until I see something that has a little bit of character to it. That's what I'm looking for in a good flip, a little bit of character. There's a lot of box-shaped houses here, but I want something to have character like this. This has lots of character, so this might be a little bit of a better fix and flip. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Now, it's not a great sign with how many houses are for sale around this price point. Do you see how many houses are here? 50K, 70K, 40K, 60K, 78K, 47K, 80K. That's a bad sign. That's not what you want to see. You want to see much more expensive houses like this one and this one right next to it. It seems like both of those are here. So I'm seeing both of those. So maybe it could be a good flip. A couple things that I don't like about this one, but maybe it could work. I think that boundary is a little bit big. I like a nice conservative boundary like this. What do I mean by boundary? I'm just talking about the neighborhood. So I'm drawing around. And can everybody see my screen? Is it just a void? Hopefully you can see. I'll restart it just in case. So I'm sharing my screen again. The idea is that you can see my screen right now. Can you see my screen? Well, hopefully so. This is the house. I don't know if it would be a good flip. It could be, maybe. We'll look in the area first. So what are we? We're a 3-1 with 1,400 square feet. So we want to find another brick 2-story 3-1 with 1,400 square feet. We're going to price these high to low. That's a brick 3-1 with 1,300 square feet. That's pretty good. But there's one thing I'm missing here, and it's my date. I need a date past 12 months. Look at this. Well, isn't that a good sign? 1940 year built, 1,300 square feet, sold for $205,000. Really nice to see. This is pretty much the same thing, except for the year built. It's 1925, but that's 1940. I think that's valid. So we'll keep looking. That comp sold for $205. I'm not going to lie. That's a great comp. This went for $165. And then do we have anything else that looks like us? This went for $110, but now I don't think that this guy was renovated. I think that guy was probably in pretty bad condition. So not a lot of properties that look like this being flipped, but a decent amount. So there's sufficient evidence that that could be a fix and flip. Now, it would be great to get this for $50,000. It's been here for 2 months, so we know that people haven't loved it at this price. But I'd also like to see the neighborhood, and I want to see if the neighborhood looks like a place that people would like to live. And honestly, it does. The grass is mowed, which is relatively uncommon. Some of these houses have landscaping done to them. It's a nice, clean street too. So I'm not going to lie. This looks like a good area to live. This I don't see, well, you can see it starts to become slightly problematic down here, but that's not where we are. So honestly, everything on this street looks to be pretty good. I like this area. I believe in this area, and I think it would be worth it to do a project here. And that is not what I was thinking I would say. I didn't think that that's what I would say about this one, but it is. Now, how much does it cost to get this thing ready? Well, that's a hard question. And one of the best ways to answer that question is to look at what the neighbors did. So remember, the neighbors flipped this house. It's pretty much the same thing as us. We should see what they did to this property to inform us as to what we should do to our property. So did they fix the roof? No, they actually left it as it sits. They left the roof as it sits. I'm always curious about the business side of things. How much do you think they made on this? Just to let you guys know why you should probably explore this business. I accidentally found this property. They bought it for $75 and they didn't fix the roof and they didn't fix the siding and they didn't put in new windows. What did they do? They refinished the floors, they painted, they put in light fixtures, they did the bathrooms up really nice. This is probably a $40K job, maybe 45. So they probably put in $45,000 into this knowing, I'm going to say 40. They didn't do the roof or siding. Guys, they bought it for 75. They were in it for 85 with their fees plus 10. In it for 85, puts in 40, in it for 125, sells for 205, pays realtor 6%, sells for 192, pretty much 193, and they're in it for 125. So what would you rather do? Would you rather work a job to make 50K per year, or would you rather flip a singular house per year to make 70K a year? I mean, guys, if you became a house flipper, you could do one deal a year, one. Maybe you don't want to be a millionaire. Maybe you just want your time. Flip one house per year and just go to sleep for the rest of the year. You don't even have to do anything else. But this individual probably made upwards of 70K on this flip. And how long do you think it took them? Oof. They owned it for a while. They bought it in 2024 and they sold it in 2026. I don't know why they owned it for so long. Maybe it was a rental for them, but yeah, this is a great, this flip that I found, I'm tempted to do it myself. If somebody had brought me this, I'd be like, yeah, you know, that actually does look pretty good. This does look like a pretty solid flip. Now, what do I think it needs to get to that standard? Well, do we think we need a roof? Chat, roof, yes or no? Let's get a better view of the roof using Google Street View. The chat's going to help you answer this question. So, do we need a roof? Well, looking at this, is that the same house? Do we have that gutter? Yeah, that's the same house. Yeah, we definitely need a roof, guys. Why do I think we need a roof? Well, if you look at this photo, you can just sort of see that thing's barely on there. It just doesn't look good. That's just not a good roof. So the roof will cost me about 12, maybe 13. We'll call it 12.5. Do we need windows? And to rewrap the windows, we need to rewrap the windows, and which is the framing around the windows. So we need to reframe the windows, and there's probably like 20 on the house, and that'll probably cost me about 8K. So we're looking at 8,000 for the windows. So just on the exterior, a lot of people underestimate this, $20,000 just on the exterior. Doesn't include any brickwork, anything like that. That just is windows and roof. That's all we've touched so far. Going into the house, we need to fix the walls. They're really gross. And paint and refinish floors. So paint, maybe 4K, refinish floors, 2,500. We need a new bathroom. We only have one bathroom. Maybe we put 6 into that new bathroom. We probably need a new kitchen. We've already refinished the floors. We've already painted in here. We've already fixed the weird walls. And then we need to do the kitchen and mechanicals, kitchen and mechanicals. So the kitchen is probably like 8K, and then the mechanicals are probably another 8K. So the rehab is probably 50K on this. Now, how much would I like to pay for this property? Well, what it will sell for is rather unclear. I don't actually know what it would sell for. You have some listings like this, which don't make sense to me. I think a good listing price for this is probably 170. I think 170 is a nice price for this, which is confusing to a lot of people because you did see this 205, which is literally the exact same thing. But let's look at the street view to understand if it's the same thing. Because this is our street view, right? This is where we are. Looks really nice. Let's see where they are. You know, I'd say it's pretty similar. In fact, I kind of like where we are more. It sold for 205, you know, but I like to list my flips low so that people come in over list rather than this thing sitting. So yeah, I think 170. You do have that one too. I mean, shit, everything points to the fact that this could sell for 200. It could probably sell for 200, guys. But you know, we'll run it at 170 and I'll be pleasantly surprised if I get it for 200. But let's say you get this thing for 50K. You get it for 50K. You've got 10K in closing costs, and we just determined rehab would be 49. Call it 50,000 for round numbers. So you'd be in it for 110. 170 is a very competitive listing price. You'd probably make 50K if you sold it at 170. The reason I say 50K is because the realtor is going to take 10. So if you sell for 170, the realtor who helps you sell will take 6%, which is roughly 10K. So, you know, this is actually a good flip that the market has overlooked. They've overlooked this property, and now I will call and I will wholesale it myself. I actually just bought this agent's other house about an hour ago, so this will be convenient.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
Doing well. I'm all signed up. The notary left about an hour ago, so we should be good to go. Everything's okay on your seller side?
Yes.
Good. Hey, I didn't even know that you were the agent on this, but I'm looking at Trinity Street. Looks great. Looks like a nice little flip here. I might want to do something with that. Do you know anything about it? 16155 Trinity Street?
Yeah.
That's your listing, right?
What would you like from? Yes.
Roof. You know how old that is? Looks old.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just send my
But
contract.
it is it's in decent shape.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I was thinking about 50K for a rehab on this, just like Tracy. But yeah, I might want this one too. Kind of depends on a couple factors, but I mean, I'm not offensively low. I'm below 80. I guess we have to walk it first to find out. But what do you think it would sell for? I was thinking 170 to 200.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay.
On the higher end of that, I'd say though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was weird because I saw direct comps for 200, but then I saw other properties that were going for closer to 160. So I wasn't exactly sure. But I probably want to send my contractor into this first to figure out what the work is going to be. Is there a lockbox on it?
It's a dog's door, but I can send you the code.
Speaking of dog doors, you think we can get those off, Tracy?
As soon as the title company verifies that. Yeah. As soon as the title company verifies that we're funded.
Just send what to the title company?
Yeah, we will get, as soon as the title company verifies that it's been funded, we'll get the doors off.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Another solution would be to just get them open. You know, I'm okay keeping them on. It's nice for theft. But it would be, you know, if you don't even have to remove them if they just are able to be opened, because my contractor and I were tugging on it, couldn't get it to move.
Okay, so the transfer service. They'll put a new door. They can put a new door on it too.
Yeah. Well, they are a little pricey, huh? Yeah, maybe just take them off.
Okay.
Not as much theft this time of year. I'm gonna schedule my contractor to walk it. You said there was or was not a lockbox?
It's dog doors. It's you ready for the code?
Would you mind texting it to me?
Yeah, I can text you the
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll have him walk the property.
Sounds good.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Richard. Bye.
So that was an interesting coincidence. I just bought his other listing like an hour ago. You guys just watched me buy his other listing. And I actually want multiple of Bro's listings. I like his, well, I like him, but he made me submit 2,500 EMD on a 70K purchase. So that kind of pissed me off, but it's okay. I didn't want to submit that much EMD. That's money that I have to pay, not my lender. So yeah, this is a good fix and flip. And now I'm hoping that nobody takes it from me, because I'm gonna see if I can flip this thing. You know, I'm gonna take title on this. But yeah, I inadvertently found one that's good. It's just good. You know, it just makes sense. Let's say I get it at 60, guys, because that's more realistic. 60 plus 50 plus 10. And then, you know, he is right. He is right. The comps would suggest, it pisses me off, guys, because you know what? The comps suggest 225. Why do I say 225? Because the other one sold for 205 and 210 with over 100 less square feet. If you add that price per square foot for our square footage, closer to 220 is what it could sell for. So I don't know. I have always entered into this business extremely pessimistic, because the thing that I know more than anything is falling through and falling through and falling through and falling through. It just over and over and over again, shit falls through. So the way that I run things is I just expect that nothing will close, and I'm pleasantly surprised when something does. Okay. So I'm going to call my contractor now. But here's the thing. The process for flipping is different from a wholesale deal. You see, if that were a wholesale deal, I would have made my offer right there on the phone or via email. I would have made my offer right then and there. So your question was, how do we know if it's a fix and flip? I should have answered that simply. If it's a shitty house, it's a fix and flip, but only if it has the comps to be a fix and flip. How do we know if it's a rental property? If it is an immaculate house, it's a rental property, right? How do we know if it's a seller finance deal? If the house doesn't cash flow, it's a seller finance deal. Or if it's a big building, it could be a seller finance deal. How do we know if the deal is a mortgage takeover? Well, if the seller, as in this seller, has a mortgage of 75K, ain't no way you're making a cash offer and wholesaling that. You're taking over the debt. However, it also needs to be in good condition. So I'll write you a little key. Ugly house, fix and flip. Well, we can't spell. Pretty house, rental, must be good shape. Non-cash flowing, multi, seller finance. Low equity, mortgage takeover. That's your little key. That's your key right there. You know, if you think the worst, that is what you'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with that. I do. But I put zero stock into my deals closing. You know, deals fall through. That's just how it happens. But they also don't fall through, as in Yusuf. Yusuf closed today, which is really cool. Anyways, can we get on the phone with Quaid? I can try. We can talk to Quaid, and I'll revisit you, Rue, in just a sec here. Let me call Quaid really quick and see what's going on. Probably not. Yeah, so I hope we can get EMD in. Hopefully we can get EMD in. I don't know. He says he's on the other line. He's just too busy. He's just really busy, Sue. Rue, we were finishing up here. Is there anything else I could clarify for you, Rue?
No, actually, you did that really simple. I was overcomplicated, so it's pretty much clear now. And also, the thing is that I want to big bidders deal with the road.
You're
If
cutting
you
out
wanna-
pretty badly, and I'm having a pretty hard time hearing you.
Okay. Can you hear me now better?
Maybe it just kind of cuts in and out.
Okay. So I was just asking you, is it better? Yeah.
It's still pretty rough. I can hear a little bit of what you're saying. So if you speak slowly, I can try to answer your question.
Okay. So I was just saying, from your own perspective, is it better to deal with the realtor, a listed property with a realtor, or a listed property with an owner, the owner of the property himself?
It's always going to be
From your own perspective.
It's always going to be much easier to have a conversation with the owner. The owner's a much easier
Gotcha.
individual to talk to. However, it's not very easy to talk to the owner. In fact, it costs a little bit of money to talk to an owner. You see, owners don't advertise their houses for sale most of the time. Sometimes they're for sale by owner, but that's kind of an uncommon deal type. The way that people consistently get off-market deals, and I close a number of off-market deals, is by using a tool that skip traces sellers. Skip tracing just means getting phone numbers for sellers. So for example, if we wanted to do deals in Memphis, Tennessee, and we wanted them to be off market, and we wanted to take over mortgages, we could search. So these are mortgage takeovers in Memphis. I'm going to price low to high to prioritize cash flow. And these are all expired listings that used to be for sale that are no longer for sale. And what I'm looking for in a deal like this is somebody who owes right next to what their house is listed for, and somebody who cash flows. Like this guy. This individual was for sale, but he took his house off the market. See, he was listed for 115, but then he decided not to list his house for 115 because he fell out of contract. We can actually see the whole story here. He tried to sell for 115, didn't work. He fell out of contract for whatever reason. Maybe it was an inspection issue. Maybe the buyer didn't work for him, but chances are somebody offered him maybe 100,000, but maybe 15K below list, and he was paying his realtor 5%. So he was probably walking away with 95K. Bro's got a mortgage on his house of 90K. So he's just not really going to make very much money on the sale of his house. We could call this guy up and we could say, and I think we were actually looking at this guy right here. I'm sorry. So he's just not going to make a whole lot of money on the sale of his house, maybe 15K. We could offer him that 15K to take over his debt. We could say, hey, I'll give you 15K to take over your debt. And I can actually see if I can get in contact with the seller right now. I would say, what's the trade-off here? Because it is infinitely easier to talk to the seller, right? But what's the trade-off? This might not be a real phone number. This might be a disconnected phone number, right? We don't really know. That email is probably his, but we don't really know if that's the right phone number. So I'll call and I'll find out right now.
Hi, you've reached Richard Collins of Renaissance Bank. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now.
Okay, that's the actual phone number. How do we know? Because I'm pretty sure another Richard owns this house. If we check this out right here, I'm pretty sure it said Richard as the owner. Let's see. Is that the owner? Yep, that's the owner. Okay, so that's the right phone number. So we actually got lucky that time. How often does that happen? 40 to 50% of the time. 40 to 50% of the time, the phone number is accurate. But let's give him a call back because maybe he was on Do Not Disturb. Let's try one more time.
Hi, you've reached Richard Collins of Renaissance Bank. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now. Leave me a message. I will get back to you. Thank you and have a great day.
Hey, Richard, I'm sorry for the late call. My name is also Richard, actually. But I was wondering, are you still looking to sell Given Avenue in Memphis? I had this thing in my list. I was making offers some time ago and your realtor declined the offer, but it occurred to me, now that the realtor is not in the picture, you would probably make everything that you were going to give them for commission, and maybe you're open to sell the house again. I don't know if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but I thought I'd reach out and see if you'd consider selling Given Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks so much for your time. Bye-bye. And then what I do is I go to the contacts, and instead of saving him as his name, because how are we going to remember all these names? I save him as the address -seller, and I shoot him a text and I say, did you, and look at that, the texts are blue. Do you know what the texts are blue means? He's got an iPhone. This is an active phone number. If an iPhone user stops paying their bills, the text turn green. When the text is green, what could it be? Well, it could be an Android, but it could also be a landline, a disconnected phone number, a random set of numbers tied to nothing. But if the phone number is blue, that's an active phone number. We're actually talking to the owner of this property. Did you still want to sell Given Avenue? I saw it got taken off the market. Richard Taylor buyer. So I just shot him a text, and I can see that that text just delivered. The text is just delivered. So given that the text delivered, and given that we got his voicemail, that's the owner. That's the dude. That's the guy. So, I would say this to answer your question. It is much easier to talk to sellers. But what is the trade-off of talking to sellers? Well, it's not always the right phone number. They don't always pick up the phone. And it costs a little bit of money. Every time you skip trace somebody here, I think it costs you 3 cents. I think it's 3 cents to unlock this guy's phone number on this service. What is this service called? Well, it's Lightning Leads. It's through Buybox Cartel. So if you go to buyboxcartel.com and you click your little tab right here, your control panel, you can see that there's this tool called Lightning Leads. And if you're like, well, I don't know how to get in there, well, just look it up. Your login to Buybox Cartel is your login to the Discord. So y'all could just check that way. But yeah, this is a tool that we built to allow you to do off-market deals, and you could really just go absolutely insane with this. Like, where's an area that we never do deals? Topeka, Kansas. But you could still find houses in Topeka, Kansas. You could still get a deal done here, right? Anyways, just some food for thought, guys. Rue, you all good? Or hopefully I'm saying your name right.
Yes. Thank you very much for your precious time. Really, really.
Absolutely.
Was gold. Great. And thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to help. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Now I'd like to do some calls, but I know we got people who are looking for me to answer questions. Mike, I wish I could get a hold of him, man. I wish I could.
No worries, brother.
I'll
be in
try
touch.
again. Okay, I'll try again.
Please leave your
Running into EMD deadline on Akron deals tomorrow for the single family Wednesday for the triplex. Also curious. Also same for Memphis 5-pack and Strathmore, which you inspected. Okay, they're aware of it. I really hope that they act. We have interested buyers on these. Obviously, they have lots of questions that we handle. So our team is constantly answering questions. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? And it's just like, oh my God, just pull the trigger on the deal like I do. Anyways.
I appreciate it, bro.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. So guys, we did just find a deal. Remember, we did just find a deal accidentally. It's Trinity Street in Detroit. I'm going to call my contractor to get an update on my projects, but also to see if we can walk this. So his name is Chris. And I would suggest flipping a house, guys, if possible. I would.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
What's up, Richard?
Hey, man, I think I found another one here on Trinity Street in Detroit. It looks to be in a really pretty area. I've got a lockbox code. I'm wondering if I can
Trinity. We went there, didn't we, or is this a different one?
This is a different one. Yeah, we didn't want this. This is a single family. looks like a duplex, but it's a single family. ARV is about 215. But even if I had to sell it at 170, it would work.
215.
I can get this for 60. And I think you're going to quote me 50 on rehab. I think we need windows. I think we need roof. I think we need refinish floors, paint. I think we need bathroom, kitchen, and mechanicals.
How many bathrooms?
1. Maybe we could add another.
So when you just say windows and roof, just look at that as like 20.
That's what I
So
estimated.
that's gonna be kind of tough once you're doing the higher end finishes. I know in the next one we was doing, you said you was gonna pick the material, which is gonna help you because now you'll get a good grade of how much material you're gonna be going forward. That'll help you with your numbers.
Yeah.
So when we doing higher end finishes, that stuff, it's probably gonna be more than 50 when you gotta do a roof, windows. Cause I'm gonna say roof, windows, and all mechanicals with material, you probably already in for about, just rough estimate. I don't know how big the roof is. I'm gonna say 27.
Yeah.
So we doing the whole interior nicer, still gotta paint, floors, bathroom, kitchen. You might be close to like 65 or something.
You tell me if my numbers are off. I did 12.5 for the roof and I did 8K for the windows. I said 4K.
You didn't know how many windows.
I said 4K for interior paint and 2,500 to refinish floors. I said 6K for 1 bathroom, and I said 8K for the kitchen, and I said 8K for mechanicals. And that totaled 49. We'll always find something, so maybe 55. But I'm going to send you the lockbox code. You let me know what you think. I got the buyer for Merlin calling me. I got to pick up.
Okay.
But we'll walk this one. I'll get you a code. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Hey, Richard. Doing good. Just on back calls.
I'm so sorry. It sounds like you really have your hands full.
And you're all good. That's life.
Yeah. So we have we have some EMD dead. I'm going to try to stop sending you guys deals like this, like over the phone, because I think it's getting overwhelming and I want to make sure that I'm in your Slack.
Yes.
So here's what I have. You guys walked a property, Strathmore. You walked it the first time, said it was in good enough condition to inspect. I'm curious how the inspection went on Strathmore.
I'll have to take a moment and find that inspection. I'm actually giving the inspector a call right after you. I need to get my eyes on that, and then I can give you an answer.
Okay, that's fine. The EMD for the Memphis 5-pack is coming up. Do you feel that we're on good enough terms with the agent to make that happen, or does the deal make sense on your end? I know you had tax questions.
Yeah, my buyer liked it and everything. It was when I was on the phone with him earlier this morning when he was responsive. He's like, I just want to make sure. He's got caught in a reassessment on a couple of the properties that just killed his cash flow for the first couple of years. So he just wanted me to kind of just double check on the property taxes, how they would be reassessed and so forth. Now I was seeing online, some of them were like at 2K, but then I just got this photo at 1K, and I haven't had a second to put, a little bit more due diligence into it, which I'm going to be doing here in a little bit to kind of give them a tax amount.
Memphis is typically pretty cheap on taxes, I would say.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. These guys just want like concrete numbers. But if it was just reassessed, and if it is every 4 years, then that's perfect because in 4 years rent will be up higher even if taxes are reassessed. Then rates are up.
Okay.
We should be
Cool.
fine there.
Do you think
he does have a business? Yeah.
Do you think we'll be able to? Because I may be wrong about this, but I think EMD is almost in, and the wholesaler is telling me, or EMD is almost due, and the wholesaler is telling me it was already assessed. So sounds like EMD is due today. I really think we've probably pushed our luck with this with the agent to try to get it extended and extended and extended. I think it's only like 3 or 4K.
Not per. What do you mean? Well, no, there's 5 duplexes. A little over 1,000.
It's 4,400. Yeah, 4,400 for all.
Currently, okay.
Yeah, so if it's like the condition is good, but we have questions about the taxes, if I were you, I'd roll the dice on that, given that it was just reassessed and that we're also in Memphis. It's not quite like Detroit. Detroit is rough.
Yes. Detroit is much higher on that. Let me give my inspector a call real quick, and then let me give the buyer a call real quick. See if I can get some answers and get to push him to submit that EMD today.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll get my eyes on that inspection for Strathmore.
Yeah, we just have we just have to submit EMD if we are tomorrow for the deal in Akron. But I didn't know what you thought about that.
We walked to Akron today. I'm waiting on the photos to be sent over to me, but I did talk to the PM. The triplexes had like a guy passed out on the floor in one of them, so I'm not sure what that one was about.
What?
Yeah, that was a bit odd. So I'm waiting on the photos. There's a few things that need to be repaired here and there, but that's no biggie. The neighborhood's nice. The street was just re-asphalted with new oil on top, so that's nice. It is across from the Akron University.
Right.
I need to take a quick look at that in a moment, and I get that pushed. The other house had a little bit, I won't say a strong cat smell, but had definitely a cat smell in it, and will need a little bit of a turnover. And then one of the tenants was mentioning that they're behind, and then their social security was just reduced and stuff like that. So that tenant may have to be removed and replaced. But I'm just waiting on my final report from the PM that walked it.
Okay.
As soon as I have that, I can have a better idea for you.
Okay, we'll find out more about that tomorrow.
And then Murrayland, I'm waiting on that inspection report, but I'm also once again calling that inspector here in a moment. He did mention though that there is some plumbing issues and that some of the outlets didn't have power and some of the lights didn't have power.
The water, we've been having a hard time getting it on because the title company is moving slowly. So I don't know how he would know about plumbing issues if the water didn't move. Maybe
mentioned it wasn't like testing it. It was, I can't remember what he said, but I'm gonna give him a call back and I'll get some notes. But I took a call with him while I was already on another Zoom call, so it's a quick call.
Okay. Well, because I'm the owner of Merland, last time you guys found stuff, I'm happy to fix that. So if there's something that is like, yeah, that's pretty serious, I'm happy to fix it.
It didn't sound major or anything. It's just like, yeah, it's just some of the outlets, some of the lights didn't work. But let me give him a ring back, get my notes taken down, and then I can get you updated on all this.
Great. Thanks so much.
And thank you, Richard.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
I see it.
Okay. Gosh, there was something else I was going to do. Oh, I got to call my contractor really quickly. I think he might be.
Hello.
Hey, what's
How you doing?
what's up with Tracy?
That's the one I just sent you. Remember you said you wanted to pick material out for it. So as far as you picking the material out, I can't really price exactly how much it's gonna be. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not going to go crazy. The only things that I want that are different from your standard single family are, I want a colored tile bathroom. I want not the whole bathroom, just the shower, carved out into a square. I don't want it to be the insert or what we have in other, like the shitty tub. I want it to be a standing shower with maybe a seat in it in a square. It doesn't have to be insane. And then I want to have backsplash in the kitchen with butcher block, but everything else, just nicer LVP, nicer paint, making sure the walls are smooth,
I got it. I think I ain't added it all the way. So I think it's at 34.
Yeah,
so that's gonna leave with like 15 for material.
I don't know. I actually don't know how much material costs, but if it goes,
It shouldn't be too much crazier on top of that. I counted the windows off my videos, and like I told you, windows about 200 a window. So you probably had 4 there. You probably had 4 in the kitchen, 25 in the bathroom. Paint really don't cost that much.
don't you think that 55 is going to get it done?
Yeah. Like I said, you say you got 48. I'm at 34. It should be over. Cause what's that? 27 almost in material. It shouldn't be like 20. It shouldn't be not that much over.
Because I can,
I can. Over 48.
Okay, yeah, because I could bring 10K to the table if need be to renovate. I'm already doing that for a couple of them. Like on Sanford, that money I sent you today is just extra.
So how do you want to do this one since you are picking the material out?
I'm gonna send you a
material at once, or how do you want to do it?
Well, I don't know how you buy them, but I'm gonna send you a screenshot of the tile that I'm thinking of, and then I'd like a butcher block, slightly darker, a darker stained butcher block.
So would you probably want to maybe send me what you got, I have to clean my garage out for this one. Send me what you got. We can go pick it up probably for you, and you just reimburse me. You want to do that?
Yeah, that'll be totally fine. And we just need to make sure it's nice. We just need to make sure. I don't want to do an over renovation, but what I mean by nice is the walls need to be smooth, right? It just everything needs to like look good, not like a rental, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I already know. These are the ones I like doing. You'll like this one. You might want to come back up here and see when we get.
I will. I can come back up there.
All right. So yeah, we got just let me know when you want to get started on it. You do have to clean it out and start on the drywall. So, but you gotta call and try to get them dog doors off.
I already did. I'm
Okay.
already ahead of that.
All right, well, yeah, just let me know when you kind of want to get started on it. We should be kind of closing up Sanford here pretty soon. We got all the floors done today. We wasn't able to put the LVP in them back rooms because they was too like wavy and stuff like that. So I just called for the carpet guy. He gonna just put some gray carpet to match the gray flooring and just the 2 back rooms.
Okay, that's okay with me.
So yeah, so everything else LVP is just those 2 back bedrooms on just the bottom floor. Upstairs is all LVP.
Mm-hmm. And then for Merland, we don't really know how the inspection came back yet, but I think that there's some. I think there's some outlets.
Some electrical and some plumbing.
So
maybe talking about that water meter because they still didn't bring a water meter. So
should be. It doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like basic stuff.
No, nothing crazy. So whenever he sent it back to me, I told him we had to take care of it as soon as possible. He probably be waiting on me to close, right?
Well, no, because we still have to do all the title work, so we're still probably 2.5 weeks out.
All right, man, it won't take me that long. Whatever it is, it ain't gonna take that long.
But I'm gonna send you a lockbox code for another property that I want to walk. It's interesting.
Okay. All right, yeah, we'll take care of it. And when do you think you might want to start on Tracy?
As soon as those dog doors are off. So I'm gonna get the money in probably a day or 2 days, and I might even wire it to you tonight just to get it started. But I'll send you.
Dog doors ain't off. We can't do nothing because you see we couldn't get in there.
Yeah, ridiculous, right? Ridiculous.
So yeah, just keep me updated. That's cool. Yeah, when they get their inspection report back, seemed like they just want electrical and plumbing, which is fine. I mean, everything else is good for the most part. That'll be good. So yeah, just let me know.
All right, I just sent you a code or a lockbox code and the address. I'm gonna try to get this for 50, but even at 60, it's a slam dunk.
It didn't do yet. Probably because we're on the phone.
It's coming. It's coming.
All right. Yeah, I should be able to go look at it tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday's tomorrow. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Talk soon.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Right, thank you.
Okay. Let's keep going. Thumbs up 00. You wanted me to bring you up. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How about yourself?
I'm a little stressed out. There's just so many things going on, but that's okay. It's good stress. I wanted this stress when I was younger. How can I help you?
Yeah, I just need one of your seller references for a sub-2 deal in Ohio. That was about that trust acquisition package of 4 properties.
You need the seller reference. I can get the seller reference. You need the seller reference.
Yeah. I just want to send it to the agent and get that done with because he asked about it.
I got that. Hold on. That agent. It's not the agent. It's the lawyer. Agent's actually a good guy.
I know.
I have one. Hey, doing well. How are you?
Good.
Hey, really quick. What was the house in Ohio you bought mortgage takeover?
I think it was 17006 Paldo.
Found it. Thank you.
I did 2 of those actually, and then 18821 Raymond.
18821 Raymond.
Paldo was through a trust acquisition.
What was Raymond a sub-2 deal?
Yes.
And was that through my community? Did we TC it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that address. All right, thanks. That's all I need. I just have an agent here who wants to do 4 mortgage takeovers with us in Cleveland, but he wants to speak to somebody who's already done it. So I'm looking for a seller, and Paldo would be the one.
Great. Garrett was involved in that.
You think Garrett knows the seller of Paldo?
Garrett was involved. I mean,
we'll find out. Thank you so much. And yeah, we should do a stream this week too.
Yes, we should.
All right. Talk soon, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me call my team and get that for you, because I just needed the address of the one that we did. And then I can see if we can pull seller info and then have a conversation with seller. Please answer. Please. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Probably the same as you. We have a lot going on. So I
can't believe it, but I'm here. Hey.
Oh my God. So I've got a seller, and they are having I'm just doing battle with their attorney right now about mortgage takeovers. And they're like, you know what? If we could talk to somebody who has done this before, who's sold like this in our area, we might be more open to this. And I said, oh, no problem. And the address for the one that we did is sold to Harry. It was Palda. Do you remember Palda in Cleveland, maybe 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah.
Is there a way to pull seller info and send it to student so that we can have a conversation?
Yeah, but you're gonna want to prep them before you have anybody call them. Let me check and pull it. Are you live right now?
I am live right now, always when I call you.
Okay, I just didn't know if you wanted me to say the address.
It's Palda?
Yeah.
17006 Palda?
Yep, I've got it. I have seller info. I can send it to you.
Oh, what a hero. This is just great. Thank you so much, Lexi.
You are welcome anytime. I'll text it to you now. Just give me like 5 seconds. I'm copying and pasting it.
Perfect. Thank you. Talk soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yes. Small wins make me so happy. Okay. Thumbs up 0-0. We got it. We got that. I will get that over to you. Stay here, will you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your agent's nice. It's just the attorney. Oh, God, I don't know what it is with it.
Yeah, the attorney, like his last name, Hackard or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you sound like a hack job of an attorney, to be honest.
It's just that this real estate stuff. So like it or not, for the past 100 years, a really common way to do deals is to take over debt. There's been so many different ways to do it. People have been taking over debt for a long time, and it makes it really hard to navigate a lot of scenarios if you're closed off to that method. So I just got that for you here. This closed in August of 2025, which is not tremendously long ago. Phone? Seller Charles Holmes. Well, I'm asking for a phone number. Victoria Wallace. Victoria Wallace was the agent. So she would have it. Victoria Wallace. Let's call Victoria for you really quick. Because I was part of that transaction. Victoria, where's your phone number? Come on, Victoria, give me your phone. Oh, I found it. Now there's no need. Okay, I've got the sellers. Copy. Okay, I got it. This is this. Oh, shit. That's not it. Okay. It is 216. I think his name is Charles. Okay, I'd call him and I'd just say, hey, my team was the one who closed this with you. He won't know. He won't know any better. He has no idea. Just say, hey, my team is the one who closed this with you. We ended up buying this. I'm wondering, can I throw you $50 to talk to a realtor about your experience? Because I want to do this on some other deals, but I just don't know. The realtor just wants to speak to somebody who's done this before. Anyways, you're muted, but I hope that helped you out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Please explain taking over debt. Yeah. So there's a number of ways to take over debt. I talked about this. What's up, Richard? Got a house in the 48205, almost fully remodeled, less than 40K, perhaps a flip. 48205 is the distressed, scary zip code. But if it's fully renovated, it's not a flip, it's a rental. But if it's a 40K rental, you can't get financing on a 40K house. But if it's a 40K house that's renovated, is it really renovated, or is it a 2-bed, 1-bath? Anyways, taking over debt. Yeah. So, little history of taking over debt. For a long time, the conventional way to take over debt is to assume a loan. And everybody's heard of that, right? I assumed the mortgage. I assumed their loan. Everybody's heard of assuming debt before, right? Well, the thing is, assuming debt requires an approval process. You have to be bankable to assume the debt. And oftentimes investors, it's not that they're not bankable, but they're not W-2 employees. And the way that you assume a mortgage typically is by showing W-2 consistent income for over 2 years, right? That shows the bank that you have a consistent paycheck coming your way. Now, if you're self-employed, it's not that simple, and it can be pretty hard to take over the debt. It's also said that the interest rate may raise if you take over debt. So for a long time, real estate investors have been coming up with creative ways to take over people's mortgages without having to qualify for those mortgages. So what are the creative ways to take over mortgages? Well, there's probably 4 that are commonly used. The 4 creative ways to take over mortgages are: 1, a wrap around. What is a wrap around? Well, if you have a 3% mortgage, you could conceivably wrap a 6% interest rate around the 3% and charge the difference between the 3 to the 6. So a wraparound mortgage is where the seller pays the mortgage, the seller maintains the mortgage, and the seller holds title. And that's actually kind of how I own this house right here. I bought this house on a wraparound mortgage. You see, the seller of this property has like a 2.5% interest rate on this property. He charged me a 4% interest rate wrapped around the 2.5% interest rate, and he collects the difference in cash flow. Meanwhile, I get to collect all the equity. So I renovated this property, I made the house really nice, and I did that so that I could collect the equity in the property. Hopefully that makes sense. He sold it to me for $950, 4% interest, with $65K down on a 5-year balloon. Yes, I would have liked a longer balloon. Would not have been nice, but that's okay. I still have 3 more years at this place. So, and we might just pay the balloon in cash when that time comes. But yeah, a wraparound is the first way to take over debt. Why do we not love wraparounds? We don't love wraparounds because you don't technically hold title. The seller holds title, and you get title at a later date. So without holding title, you don't get the tax benefits of ownership, which is a big reason for people to buy real estate right now. The second way to take over debt is a subject to deal. Subject to is not subject number 2. It is purchasing a house subject to the existing mortgage. And what that means is title transfers to my name and the debt stays with the seller. And I just pay that debt. I don't pay the seller. I pay the mortgage directly. And subject to deals have been done for, gosh, I don't know, but it's so common that it's on the HUD statement, the settlement statement that all title companies are using to close deals. They wrote subject to as a method of sale into the settlement statement because it's so common. Now, that document comes from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, so you know it's pretty official. What's the third way to take over debt? Well, the third and rather unknown way to take over debt is what we do. We put the property into a trust, and then we sell the trust that contains the property. Does that make sense? We put the property into a trust, and then we sell the trust that contains the property. That is what we call a trust acquisition agreement. And it's been done for a while, but nobody's ever publicized it until now. I mean, I think it's been publicized, but it's never gained traction. Nobody's ever like actually gained serious traction talking about taking over debt with a mortgage takeover agreement, a trust acquisition agreement, I should say. And then the fourth way to take over debt, what do we say? Loan assumption, subject to, wraparound, trust acquisition. That's all four. Loan assumption, wraparound, sub to, trust acquisition. You could also buy the LLC that contains the property and its debt, or you could get added onto that LLC. I've never done that before, but that is something that is done. Just some ideas. Anyways, let's keep talking to people. Maybe Omar. Omar has been here for some time.
Hello, Richard. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I DM'd you the property. It's a quadruplex in Cleveland, Ohio. I was going back and forth with the agent, and he eventually agrees on 195, I guess. So I don't know if there's a good offer or not, given the condition of the property from outside.
Yeah, I can see
On
it's
Zillow,
kind
he
of
mentioned
distressed.
on Zillow, he mentioned it's a new roof. I don't think it's new at all. But what do you think about this price? And if there's any chance to call the agent for me, I would really appreciate it. If you could, of course.
Well, it's going to need a rehab. The good news is your mechanicals look relatively nice, but it's definitely going to need a rehab. It's not tremendous. It's not a bad rehab, but yeah, you know, do some work in the bathrooms. Maybe you need to put some outlets in, some outlet covers. Maybe you need to change out the toilets or fix some plumbing. And then you need some work on the outside, like the flashing and fascia needs to be changed on the outside of the property. So we've got it at the price of a rental property, but it's a fix and flip. Let me call Harry and ask him what he sells a quadplex for, and that will inform me.
Okay.
So let me just call Harry here, because we do have a really good buyer for these. He wants as many as possible, but Cleveland Wholesale has made it hard. Hey, I'm looking at a quadplex in Cleveland that somebody just showed me. It's a very light rehab, probably 10K. But I don't like the price. I'm curious, what is the ARV that your buyers pay for a quadplex, like a turnkey quadplex?
My buyers need to get at least 20% cash on cash. So at the higher end, I mean, I sold one for, it's so dependent upon the zip code, because basically the highest value quadplex that I'm working with is like 400K.
Well, maybe this will work. I saw it, and my initial thought is this is priced as a rental but needs a renovation. But it's a very light rehab. You want to see the address really quick?
For sure. I mean, listen, a home run for me is a fourplex that I get at a discount.
It's definitely at a discount, a sufficient discount, but I don't know if it's the right price regardless. So are you at your computer?
Yes.
1068 East 68th Street.
Okay. Well, let me see where this is.
44103.
Oh, nice. I actually really like that zip code.
Oh, well, the wholesaler's really happy right now, so keep talking.
Oh, man, I don't want to get him too excited. No, I think that zip code in general is like a hidden gem. I have a lot of projects going on over there. So, I mean, is this on Zillow?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will review and let you know what I think.
Well, the student, what did you say? What did he say? Omar, you say 195?
Yes, sir.
And Harry, I would put your rehab probably at 10, maybe 15. It seems like you need some minor fascia work. The roof flashing needs a little bit of work. And then you're also probably looking at, oh God, sorry about the dings. You're probably looking at fixing the outlets. It's minor. You could live in it right now, but the toilets look kind of weird and then needs to be cleaned. Mechanicals look good though.
I'm clicking through photos. So this will be highly dependent on the best comps I could find. So on the other side, I'm trying to sell a triplex around the corner for 210.
Oh.
And I will be lucky if I get that appraised value.
Interesting. Interesting.
I also own a 5-unit that I bought a couple years ago, and I paid, well, I overpaid apparently, but I paid like 230. So I don't know if there's going to be enough meat on the bone based on what I know about comps of
Right.
there.
Yeah. That's kind of what I told her. I told the student, I said, yeah, this needs work and it's priced as a rental, but he did get it 35K below list, right? So I don't know. It is tight, and I honestly don't know the answer for you. So let me know what you think.
Okay, sounds good. I will review.
Okay, talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
This is close, dude. You're close. It would help to be slightly lower, but we'll, gee whiz, guys. It'll help to be slightly lower. However, he's going to let you know. Yeah. This 4-unit property being sold as is, new roof, new ductwork. They say no wholesalers except for we're wholesaling it. Okay, now let me send that to Harry. Okay. Well, we will stay in touch about that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Guys, remember, if you're like, I hate Richard's dispo team, they have not been able to sell my deal. I get it, man. Hopefully you didn't lock up a bad deal. But we're getting offers here, guys. Like if you post your deal here and it's a good deal, you're gonna get an offer for it. You know what else I would do? Because as Hold My Hand Wholesale declines, I'm like, okay, we got to go deeper. We got to reveal more secrets. We sold our deals for years on Facebook by posting in groups. What does the post look like? Well, let's see if we can find somebody else's post. Let's see if I can find a post that I really like. Because you can, my team, yeah, look at this. Look at this. This shit just works. Look at this. This guy responded. He even put his phone number right there. That's a buyer. Then you're not paying me a fee. Of course I want your fee, but I also want you to be successful. And I don't want people to leave because shit's not working for them. Because I'm genuinely closing 3 to 5 per month. And I think y'all can close 3 to 5 per month too. So what are my dispo avenues? What am I doing to really see if my deal is a deal or not? Well, one, I'm building a buyer's list. For example, this guy should go on your buyer's list. You should reach out to him and you should say, hey, what are you buying right now? Can I just send you deals when I have them? Or you know how I call my buyers? You could have your own buyers. You could have your own people. And now it's not, oh, I need to get Richard to answer for me. You could have your own buyers too. So how do you build those buyers? Well, you can buy them in bulk on Buy Box Cartel. If you post your deal here, I don't think you guys know what we put into this. I don't think you know. We ran ads for 3 years before dropping this website. Buyers reached out to us and we vetted their proof of funds, we vetted their portfolio, and we ranked them. We said A, B, C, D, F class buyer, F tier buyer, right? You can buy them and they're not skip traced. They're not skip traced. Do you understand what I mean? Investor Lift gets bulk data and skip traces that data. We actually ran an advertising campaign through my social media that added real buyers and their buy boxes after they reached out. And you know what else? They opted in. Do you understand what I mean? When you text blast buyers on Investor Lift, they did not opt in. They did not say, I want to receive these text messages. This did. So what can you do? You can buy a bulk list of buyers and you can text blast your list to those buyers within legality because they've already said that they're okay receiving these text messages. So here are my dispo avenues. I'm sending it to my team because my team might have a buyer for you, dude. And remember, if my team finds a buyer for you and you're like, no, piss off. It sucks, but it's your deal. It's your deal, and we can't do anything about that, right? So Buy Box Cartel is the website that I post my deals on. That's how I find a lot of our buyers nowadays. But I also post it on Facebook, and I also cold call buyers with my Dispo team. So when I get a deal, I'm not just sending it to my Dispo team. I'm posting it on Facebook, and I'm posting it on Buy Box Cartel, and I'm cold calling my buyers. So explore multiple Dispo avenues, guys. Don't just look at one. You'll find your buyers if your deal is a good deal. It's said that a good deal sells itself because it's just that good, right? Right. Anyways, let's keep talking. So I don't know who I was talking to, but Yusuf, how did all these people get on stage? Goddamn. Yusuf, you were probably next.
Yes, Richard, how are you doing?
I'm okay today. How much did you make off your closing on Apolline? Like 3 or 4K?
4K. I guess you'll receive the check
Hell yeah, bro.
tomorrow, maybe, or because yeah, all of the.
Can I take this really quick? This is Chris. Hold on. Hey, I got your text about the squatter. I'm just live, so I couldn't process it. But that sounds like good news.
Oh yeah. That's great. But I just sent you a QR code for Chase Bank. I have to refund this tenant who no longer wants to move into 45 Baker.
Okay, yeah, I can get it.
So could you do that real quick? Or is it not gonna let me?
Sure. I don't understand. What do you need? What do you need me to do with the QR code?
I texted you the QR code. Just like hold your thumb down on it. It also says you can sign in on your iPhone 16 Pro Max, which I don't know if you have.
I do.
Oh, just sign into the Chase Bank app.
It's making me download an app, but I already have the app. It says that's weird.
Probably just sign in on the app, but it should prompt you with like a security thing.
It's behaving strangely. Open in Chase, and it should give me a security thing. Well, I just opened it.
Anything?
Are you trying to send $3,200 to Shakira? Yes.
Yeah, that's her deposit plus first month's rent.
Okay, I said yes.
Okay, cool.
All right, talk soon.
Sweet, thank you.
What does Dispo mean? Dispo means selling your wholesale deal. Okay. Sorry, Yusuf, continue.
Remember the deal that I showed you on Friday, the one in Glenfield? 60K purchase or contract price. I got it, and it's rented out for 1,400.
Right.
Yep. It was, so there was an inspection scheduled today, but unfortunately the tenants said they will not be available today or tomorrow. So they confirmed that they are good at Wednesday at 10 a.m.
I'm going to say, hey, I have one last straggler here that I sent last. Okay, you got Glenfield at what price?
60,000.
And we sent it at what?
65,000. I guess you were speaking to Joseph once when.
Is it 1,400 per month?
1,400 per month. Yeah, tenant occupied.
Tenant wasn't available to walk. Able to walk. Wednesday at what time?
10 a.m.
I texted over. See if we can make that happen. Okay.
Awesome. Alrighty. That's all. Really appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely.
And I believe you, I guess you talked to Alexia, and all of your wholesale deals comes as a check, right?
Mine often come as a check so that I can show it to haters on my live stream.
Gotcha already. My assignment fee will be included. So yeah, once you receive the check, we're going to do the same most likely.
Of course. We will send.
All right. I appreciate your time, and thanks. Bye.
As you can see, guys, I have the complete and full opportunity to scam students, but it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, right? The check for his wholesale deal is literally just made out to me, but we're going to send it to him just like we did all the other ones. Anyways, let's keep going. I want to say that probably Albert was next. Albert's been trying to get my attention. Hi, Albert. How are you doing today?
Hi, Richard. Fine, thanks, and you?
How can I help you?
So, okay, they've sort of answered it that the HMHW group, the content is still blank, but I assume that'll be resolved. That's no biggie. It feels like when I use. Sorry.
It's up right now. The cash course, I posted it right here. So you've got your cash course right here.
So I'm mainly referring to the tools. Like if you go into the deal analyzers, it says 0 tools. It's all blank.
Yeah. My business partner deleted everything there.
I've heard.
It was an accident.
Okay.
He didn't mean to do that. It was a coding connecting API tool thing, and it got deleted. But he says it'll come back in the next couple of days. In the meantime, you can view all of that within the Discord.
Awesome. No, that's cool. 100%. Thank you. So it feels like if I use the calculators, when something's listed at a really, really good price, right? The rent is good. The cash on cash return is good. The calculators are still going to sort of give you a low ball offer.
That's right. Yes. And it's because anybody can get a house under contract at list price. And the promise we have to our buyers is that we're going to get you a discount. You know, so I guess I'll say this. If a house is for sale and it's not selling, even though it appears to be a really good deal, the market has determined it doesn't work at that price for whatever reason. And sometimes it's a mystery to us. Sometimes we just have no idea what that reason might be. However, we need to get it at a discount. Even if it works at list price, our value that we provide to people is getting a discount. And that's simply the nature of the value that we provide. You know, part of it is getting the contract in place. The other part of it is getting it at a price that's not very easy to get.
When do you then determine that it might be worth offering more than the calculator suggests?
Yeah, so I always want to be 20, 30K below list, and that's only in the low price points. If it's a higher price point, even more below list. However, I'll show you in a really awesome deal that we closed with Yusuf for $15,000 about a month ago. This is 28-32 Farron in Mount Clemens. We actually overpaid for these. So check this out. You see how it was listed at 240? It sold for 260. Isn't that weird? Well, we overpaid for them on seller financing terms. So a guy living in Africa calls in the middle of the night, and with his thick accent, English not his first language, he pitches a seller finance offer, and they accept the offer. Not only do they accept the offer on this one, but they've got the neighbor's house too that also wants to accept the offer. And he just gets a yes on both of those, and he makes more than he would make in 4 years in Africa off of one deal, which is kind of, I don't even know I can't even speak. It's just absolutely insane to me. But essentially, this is a deal that we overpaid for. And the reason we were able to overpay for it is we were able to put in seller financing terms, 10% down, 0% interest, although it doesn't need to be 0% interest. But on seller finance, you can overpay. And on mortgage takeover, you can also overpay. But that's because the value that we provide is getting them to agree to a lower down payment than normal, a lower interest rate than normal, lower monthly payments than normal, right? But if it's a cash deal, the value is not just in being able to find a good deal on Zillow, but also getting that deal at a bit of a discount.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm laughing. You can't see I'm also from Africa, but I think I'm from the other end of Africa. So anyways.
You're from the more prosperous side of Africa.
I'm from well, I wouldn't call it that, but yes, the bottom end of Africa.
Yes, the very, very complicated colonial influence there, both good
that
and
one.
bad.
That one.
Yes.
So my last question, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, is there's a lot of international guys. If some of them might or could maybe just, pop me a message with how do they set up the calling? Because up to now, the calling's a bit of an issue. So, I mean, I'm sending emails and I'm getting replies and it's slow and it's tedious. I would love to pick up the phone and call someone. I think, I have the type of personality where I can build rapport with someone. And I'm just struggling to set up that sort of international calling thing. I don't know what you want to call it. If someone could maybe point me in the right direction.
I see 2 in the chat already. We've got 1 in South Africa as well. And then we've got another one in Sweden here. And then we also have Yusuf. Yusuf is the star student from Egypt who just crushes it.
I'll link up with him. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Best of luck to you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
It's really interesting if you understand what happened there. I studied apartheid in school at Oregon State. It's fascinating. It's also really evil. Okay, so we'll talk to next probably Tommy. Hello.
Can you hear me?
How are you?
Cool. I am great, man. I think I just got my first contract sent back, had some edits. I DM'd it to you. I did 2 things. The contract is with the updates that the seller did, as well as the DSCR calculator that I used. So things look good. I got it locked at 70. The assignment that I've got listed there is 7,500. So it's at 77,500, and it's still cash on cash above 20.
Well,
Cash
I'm a
flows
buyer
over
here,
400.
man. If you've got something that makes sense, I might pick it up myself.
Sick. Detroit. So here's the issue is that he added in there, I don't know whether it's been burnt before, whatever the reason. He's just like non-assignable contract. So I was like, well, shit, let me just do this and whatever. Like I'm here to learn more than earn right now.
Okay. Let's chat.
But how do we, I've heard the whole double close approach, but I don't know what costs are associated with it, liability, length of time, difficulty. Does it make the wicket much stickier?
No.
Lower the buyer pool, that kind of thing.
In fact, you wouldn't even know that you double closed. You wouldn't even know it. So what is a double close? A double close is a phone call. Here's how it goes. Hey, Aaron, can you double close on this for me? Yeah. Okay. I'll loop you in the title. Thanks. Bye. I swear to God. And I don't know what happens beyond that. Sure, I know what happens. A double closing is when a lender, not like a normal lender. Normal lenders, you sign this, you sign that, you sign this, you sign that. It's like, oh my goodness, there's so many moving pieces with a normal lender. With a double close lender, their qualification is based on whether or not you've got a valid purchase and sale agreement and a valid buyer, right? So if your deal is actually going to close, the lender will do it no matter what. Yes, transactional funding. And it literally is just introducing another party into the title company. How much does it cost? They don't charge you anything. They take a portion of your assignment fee. And usually the double close costs 1 point. 1 point means 1% interest, 1% of the purchase price plus closing costs. Closing costs are probably $3K. So if you double close a $70K deal, $700 double close fee, and then closing costs as well. Your closing costs for that could be about maybe $3,500 to $4,500 with the title company. So you might be looking at about $4 to $5K as a fee to double close that comes out of your assignment fee. However, you've shown me a house that is been here for 2 months and we have it 15K below list price. That's hard, man. That's hard because your assignment at max could be 5K, but your double close is going to cost 5K. I'd say we've kind of gone wrong on 2 spots here. One, we don't have the deep enough discount. I had a guy ask me on a one-on-one today. He said, Richard, what are the most common issues you see with a beginner? And I said, not getting a house at a discount, getting a house pretty close to where it's listed for, because the discount that we have to provide is something that has to make a buyer go like, oh my God, how the hell did you get that? I want to keep looking at this guy's deals because I know he can find me good stuff. But this, it's not that it's a bad deal. It's just that we haven't really gotten it that far below what it's listed for. However, there's kind of 3 parts of this deal. There's the double close part, which is, well, it costs money to double close. It doesn't cost you money. It comes out of your assignment fee, and your potential assignment fee is everything that this would sell for. Or,
Right.
you know, so that's the first thing. The second thing is 15K below list, not really that much of a discount, especially understanding that we stack a fee and now it's 10K below list, right? Now the buyer sees it at 75 when it's listed at 85, puts a bad taste in their mouth. And I can tell you, I get that as a person who buys on market deals. And then the third part of this is the actual numbers of your deal. Do the numbers of your deal make sense? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Let's find out. So this would need to rent for a good $1,400, great. And let's calculate our cash on cash. I bet it's just about 22%. So you have it at 70, right? Let's say we sell it for 75. The buyer puts down, do you know how much the buyer has to put down if they buy for 75?
I've got 19,375. I did 25%.
20%. So they put down 20%. 399 is their monthly payment. We'll use 250 taxes and insurance. So 1450 rent, multiply that by 0.8, then subtract 399, and then take off, maybe it's 300 for taxes and insurance. You're looking at 461 monthly. That's good for a single family. You're looking at 5,500 yearly, and the total cost of buying is going to be about 25K, putting you at 20%, right? Yeah, 25,000. So your cash on cash works, right? Your cash on cash is just fine. It's that discount though.
It's the double close that's killing me though, right? Like if I didn't have the double closes, if there wasn't the non-assignable, right? Then I've got 5K to work with.
The thing is, I just don't like to tell people
It's
to get
thin.
15.
I know it's thin, but
you know, I like for example, this is the house I just bought, 16176 Tracy Street, Detroit, Michigan. And then I'll show you a house that I'm looking to buy. And I'll tell you where I'm wanting to be on these, even as the buyer. So as the buyer, this is just numbers for me. It's just numbers. It's not even about, oh no, where did they go? We got to find that. Hold on. I texted to my contractor. Chris, Detroit contractor. It was 16155 Trinity, 16155 Trinity Street, Detroit, MI. 60K question mark? Okay. So this is one that I want to buy, and this is one that I bought today. So I am the person you're selling to for the most part, or I am the avatar of the person you're selling to. But this house is listed for 90. I'm paying 70, which would mean as the wholesaler, you should get it for 65. That's a 25K discount. So only 10K more than you have it, but that 10K makes a difference, right? That 10K does make a difference, especially emotionally. And then this one is listed for 80. I'd like to pay 60, so you get a 25K below list. Generally speaking, for on-market wholesale, you've got to get a perceivable discount. People have to perceive your discount. They have to see it, and they have to be like, yeah, you know, you made some calls to get that done. So that's one of the most frustrating things about on-market is even if the numbers work, we still need a discount. But yes, your double close is also making this hard, but I wouldn't say that that's the deal killer. The double close is just part of the game, right? That's just something that we have to do from time to time. The real thing is you need to get this thing at more of a discount, especially given the days on market, because, you know, if it's been here for 60 days, 2 months, it's probably worth the price you got it for. And now we don't really have it. They're not perceiving it as a discount because they're like, oh man, I could have done that myself. Does that make sense?
yeah, 100%. I hear you. I saw it as a FSBO. I'm also looking at just numbers, like you said, it's math. So I look at cash on cash. I look at the cash flow monthly, and then I'm like, maybe I disregarded the amount of discount, I guess, more than I should have, because the number's a number, kind of, you know. But again, with the double close, it kills me. So
are you under contract?
I just DM'd you the contract.
If you've signed the contract, you might as well shoot.
I have not signed it yet. He signed it. That's why I'm hoping we might be able to get kind of creative.
My least favorite thing to do is cancel a contract. I will jump through hoops to not cancel a contract. So I was going to say, if you've signed it, you might as well post it on Facebook. But if you haven't signed it, we don't want it. Because here's the thing. Yeah. Remember, the seller is planning their life around this. We don't want to give them that false hope and make them think it's going to happen unless we know it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And guys, I don't know
what are we going to, so let me just, not to hold it up, but like, what if I come out and I give them a sob story? Hey man, whatever I come up with. Obviously, not being disingenuous, but I got to redoing numbers. I got to get it at 60 for this to work. Would 60 be the number?
Tell him,
Would
tell
58
him
be
you're
the
on your
number?
deathbed and your dying wish is just to get it at 60K. Dude, if you got that, if you got that as, so you have it at 70 right now?
Yeah.
Dude, 60.
Yeah.
Because now you've created a product that doesn't exist. And that's what we're getting paid for. You fundamentally cannot get a turnkey house in Detroit for 60K. And even if you get a discounted turnkey house at 60K, it's still probably distressed. However, as I look at this, it looks worn, but it doesn't actually look that bad. It looks actually,
I feel like it's a buy and hold that works,
Well, some things are going to come back, right? Some things are going to come back. You can see that they're just had their 2-year-old do the caulking right here. And then, whatever the hell is going on here. But for the most part, it looks like something that they'd be able to work with. The only thing I can't see is your roof, but yeah, 60K is more likely where you'd need it. But do note at 60K, oh, that's not what I was looking at. At 60K, I'm selling it for 5K and your double close is 5K. You understand? So at 60, oh, really pretty street. Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is ideal for anybody wondering. This is perfect, actually.
That's why I got excited. I figured we might be able to do a little thinner because maybe it'll look prettier. I don't know.
It's a great area, and I can't see. Well, can I see that roof? That roof is hard to see, man. Maybe I go a little bit over here, and then there's the. Oh, looks good actually. I can still this. Yeah, this looks good to me. I like that. So, I like the condition of the house. I'd say it suffices. However, your double close thing, hard. Your you'd need it at 55 so that we could sell it for 65 so that you could get 5K after your fee. Unfortunately, that's what a non-assignable contract does.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the look over.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good one, just not the right price.
Yeah.
You can counter. Ken says, so why not try to counter that term? 100%.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
You can.
And maybe just come clean and just be like, look, dude, this thing's been sitting for 60 days. Here's the deal. I ran into a little issue, personal issue. I can't do it, but I've got 2 buyers that are willing to pick this thing up. But you got this whole pesky non-assignable thing. How about this? Why don't I get an assignment signed and we'll have that non-assignable? So you know that that's the end buyer.
Good. Perfect.
Maybe that's compelling.
Another thing you can say is, I've got a couple of buddies in the area who take this on. I sent this to my lender. My lender pre-approved me at 60. So I tell you what, though, my buddies could probably make it happen, though. My buddies could likely make this thing happen. The only problem is it's a non-assignable contract. But yeah, usually a relationship with the seller will help. So if you can build a bit of a relationship with that individual, that's definitely going to help.
Well, I think that it not be me not signing it and bringing that up prior to signing it. I can use that as a little mini violin going, look, dude, I don't want to put you out. I wanted to be transparent with this current situation. I didn't want to sign it before I ran this by you just to see what you thought.
Yes. And using the lender as a crutch is helpful. My lender got pre-approved me here, removing the blame from yourself. That lender, now you're on the same side against your lender. Yeah.
Right. Cool, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Oh, people just keep coming up. Okay. Maybe Sammy next. Hi, Sammy. Jesmar, you're fine, man. Come on. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I'm happy to be here. Sammy, what's going on, man? You're muted. Oh.
Could you give me 2 minutes, please?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me just 2 minutes and I'll come back?
Yes, sir. Mr. Tony Stark.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Yeah, Richard, I have like a deal, sub 2 deal in Birmingham, Alabama. I didn't sign any contract yet, but I just want to make sure of the numbers. Yusuf told me that the numbers looking good. The cash on cash return in the current rent rate is going to be 26%. And their interest rate's like 4% or something. So can I send you the address private just to check it out?
Yes, I'll absolutely keep it private if you're working on it.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Yeah, I'm really wanting more people to flip in here, guys, just because of the results that I'm having right now, I just really think that it is. I think it's amazing to flip these cheap houses. They're really quick. They're really quick. Did you send that over?
Yeah, I sent it. He accepted that offer and he's willing to send me the contract right now. But I told him that I'm gonna make sure of the numbers again, and then we can sign the contract together.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! 99K, 8K down, 4% interest, 691 PITI. Rent is the yes, yes. You will make at least $8,000. At least
Yeah,
$8,000.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh
yeah.
yes. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. How'd you do this?
I have my Coca-Cola company. I have like a Coca-Cola's calling for me. I'm just doing the acquisition side. Running in the
Oh
numbers and
baby.
everything.
Oh baby. So where I hear an accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt. I'm friend of Yusuf.
Like in real life, like IRL friend of Yusuf?
Yeah.
Bro, do y'all just live in the closers city? Like city of closers? Holy shit.
Yeah. He's a good friend.
Dude, this is heat. So you've been having your call center do mortgage takeovers and you got one and they said yes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me so happy to hear this, bro, because every single day I wake up and convince myself that none of this is real. Every day I struggle with it. Every single day I convince myself that Hold My Hand Wholesale is in decline because it's not possible. And then I'm like, this guy lives in Egypt. He has an accent and he made that shit work. And I know it's a deal. I know it's a deal. And if you're like, how do you know it's a deal? I want to show you what just closed. And what's also crazy is I'm talking about him making a level of money. I mean, maybe you'll tell me if Yusuf was telling the truth. How much do people make USD on average? Like not a high performer, just an average Egyptian individual where you live. How much should they make per year in Egyptian currency?
Maximum like 4K if he's a doctor.
Okay, what's your currency? The Egyptian, what is it? Dollar? What like
Egyptian pounds. Egyptian pounds.
Egyptian pound?
Yeah.
And what is a doctor's salary in Egyptian pounds per year?
I believe 150, 180.
We'll do
200 maximum.
You say 200 max?
Yeah.
200. Okay.
If he is working for like a private sector, if he is working at freelance, he can like open his, and he can make a lot of money.
Guys, look at this. We want to take guesses on how much money that is? This is insane. So you're talking about a private doctor. Private doctor makes 200,000 Egyptian pounds, which is 3,800 US dollars.
Yeah.
He's got so guys, his friend Yusuf, because I know we're talking about a hypothetical and you can point and say, well, that won't actually close because of this and this, but I just want to let you guys know this deal right here on my screen closed for $15,000 to a guy in Egypt named Yusuf. 15,000. I kid you not. I've got the checks. I'll get the checks. I've got the checks. Hold on. I've got the checks. Can you imagine making that much money? To a United States citizen, y'all understand this is like making 4 years ago.
My man, Ziad. My man.
Hey, Yusuf.
Hey, brother.
Look at this. I found him. Okay, check this out. Wait, get it? Check this. Check this out. Okay. These are the two deals, and they also have the addresses on them. Right here. 7,500 and 7,500. And my home address is on this too, so I need to figure out how to hide that. But these are the actual checks from the. Let's show TikTok too. I just got to make sure I'm not doxing myself. I'll flip the camera for my edit because this will be my video for tomorrow. But how insane is that? See, these foreign people are just built different. Y'all are just built different because my perspective is you must have grown up with a life so much harder than my own life that what I might consider difficult is just a walk in the park for you guys. That's what I think. I don't know how y'all grew up. I don't really know. But I bet it was a lot harder than how I grew up. And I bet for that reason, this stuff is just like, oh, I don't care if they cancel the contract. I don't care. I just think that these guys, because our best students are now foreign. It's insane. But dude, your deal, perfect. I do deals like that all the time. The one I was going to show you is Lappin Street. So check this out. This deal is significantly worse than your deal. And I sold this thing for $5,000. $5,000. And it's not anywhere near as good as yours. So get this. I took over this guy's debt for $12K down. The monthly payment is $633, and there's a tenant in place at $1,250. My buyer entered for $17K down. You have this for $8K down. You're going to make at least another $8,000. At least another $8,000. The other thing is the interest rate on this is not 6.24. It's 7.75. 7.75. Your interest rate is, what was it,
4.75.
And he's got it for less down than I had it. You know, it's just so for US people listening, this would be the equivalent of making 3 years of your, so no. This would be equivalent of getting 600K, because how much does a doctor make in the United States? A doctor in the United States, like a high-end doctor, oh shit, I mean, maybe this is not a fair comparison, but a high-end, like really good doctor in the United States, $500,000 up, $500,000 up, 500K up, maybe even more than that. Like if you're a radiologist in the United States, you could be making 600K for sure. If you're a brain surgeon, heart surgeon, one of those, yeah, you could be making 600, maybe even more than that. Here, or in Egypt, they make $3,800. This guy's deal is going to sell for 8 to 9K, 8 to 10K. And that's a private sector doctor. So it just, we've had this conversation before, but it just absolutely blows me away how our currency changes overseas. So dude, I hope you get this. Is it signed? Is this deal, is this good to go?
Yeah, he accepted the offer, but I didn't sign the contract yet. I just want to make sure of the numbers.
Sign right now. Sign right now. Is this your first deal, by the way?
This is my first deal, yeah. I just closed one deal, like a cash deal, but in the last year, I didn't do it again. This is my first deal in this year.
Dude, this is perfect. And how long have you been doing this particular outreach?
I'm calling, I'm sending emails, I'm sending SMS, I'm cold calling these realtors, doing 60 to 70 calls per day, off market and on market.
And honestly, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. You gotta have a lot of calls. You gotta have a lot of calls, and you have to follow up. Following up is key too. But dude, my hat's off to you. The odds are against you in multiple different ways. The odds are against you, but you're making it happen. So dude, congratulations, man. You deserve this. Let yourself feel good about this. Really, truly.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. I just wanna one favor from you. If you can call the realtor and give them credibility.
Sure.
Regarding this deal.
Absolutely.
I just sent everything in.
Calling now. I've got 3 in Michigan that I own. So, oh, this is Birmingham actually. I also own there. I don't even care that they're not answering. I'm just so happy. It's because as I said, guys, every day I convince myself that the group is in decline because this isn't real. And then I hear about this and I'm just like, the person who's most against the odds does it. And I don't know why I'm like that, guys. I don't know why I'm like that.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later. El cliente de servicio.
Okay, I'm going to send them a text voice message. Oh, they have an Android. We'll do it anyways. Hi there, Tori. My name is Richard Taylor. I'm a landlord in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I have my callers looking for deals in Birmingham, and I understand that we found something. The one on Avenue J, really interesting, and it sounds like your client has accepted the offer that we've made here. I'm just reaching out to send you my portfolio and my proof of funds, along with my name, just so you know that we're legit here. Anyways, super interested in getting this done, and if you have any others, please send them my way. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Then we'll get them proof of funds and portfolio. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Wow, today turned out to be a really good day. Even though I got sick at leg day, we're going to have to go back and finish it up. Okay. And then we also just need the portfolio. I've got that. And I got that. So your agent now has immense credibility. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you out with. And Zayed, Yusuf is going to tell you how to get this sold, but you're just going to type #submit. However, I could also cold call for you. I'm going to bring you up tomorrow. I'll sell this for you live tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Zayed.
Okay, I added it.
And then where's RR? RR, I just sent you a text about that. Let me know if they're interested in it, man, and we can get it done. But Zayed, talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Richard.
Am I saying that wrong? Is that Zaid?
It's Ziad.
Ziad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try my best. Talk soon. Bye.
That's on there. Thank you.
Do you need a good credit score to qualify for the hard money lender? I wouldn't say a good credit score. You need a 620 for some of them, not all of them, some of them. So 620 is not a very good credit score. Sorry if you're under the impression that it is. It's not. But how many people here would be willing to co-sign on a deal and use your credit to get a part of the profit? How many people in the chat? Imagine this. Jesimar has enough money to flip a house, but maybe you don't have enough money to flip a house. What if you signed with Jesimar to get him qualified for the loan using your credit, and he gave you a piece of the profit? Not that Jesimar's in that position, but if somebody were, there you go. Anyways, Sammy, you 1 or 2 minutes is now a good time, man?
Perfect. Thank you so much, for sure.
How can I help?
Yeah, this is about that deal in Cleveland. He just wants some sort of verifiable proof of fund or a pre-approval from Harry, and they're willing to sign at 65.
Oh shit! You made that happen, huh?
I mean, they've been there for an age and a half. I'm hoping the seller, because the seller is so flippant, she doesn't change her mind again. But he wanted for 70, so I stuck my gun to 65, and hopefully they get it done. But I guess I want to.
Is this Jeffries?
Yes.
So catch me up to speed again. This is one that we had Harry walk because we were unsure. They gave us the green.
Yes.
They gave us Harry walked it and said, I would need this at, and then fill in the blank. Where was that?
70.
70. And you got it for?
65. But Richard, I don't have a contract yet. They want to see
That's okay. That's
proof
okay.
of fund or
I got
pre-approval
you.
from me.
I got you. Let me let my team know of the clip that I just got with Zayed. Hopefully I said that right. Zayed.
Ziad.
Ziad. Okay, so we're gonna talk to Andrew. But yes, dude, we can make this happen right now. Andrew, and then Jumong. Jumong, I don't have your number, but that's a clip. Andrew and Jalen.
By the way, for those who are working, like Ziad means the bringer of wealth. It's that's the meaning in Arabic.
Dude, that's what I love. I love the diversity in Hold My Hand Wholesale. It makes me so happy. Okay.
Richard, are you there? My camera's.
I'm texting my team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Very excited. Call Harry Gold.
I don't see it.
L. Harvey Gold. It always does that. He's gonna pick up because he's a G and he will pick up.
Yes. By the way,
Drew, there's a link in my bio for that. $250. It'll be more than a walkthrough on a deal. It's more than that.
Hello.
Dude, we somehow got Jeffries. Remember the one where you're like, oh, I need that way below. We made that shit happen.
For 75?
For 70, bro. Yes, we made it happen. We got 75. Yes, absolutely.
That's so funny. I literally spoke to the agent today, and he's like, it's too low.
Wait. Let me just double make sure to confirm. Sammy, if we can...
I spoke to the agent because I'm buying another property from him.
I had the exact same situation for... I closed with the notary today on a single family fix and flip because I'm now flipping single family. And then I ended up calling another agent, and it was the same dude. But yeah, that's been happening to me a lot.
Nice.
So I'm with the wholesaler now. Sammy, they're ready to sign at that price. We can make that happen.
last I spoke to him, he said, but just send me a proof of fund. I said, I'm not taking lead. It's going to be Harry who's going to be signing. So he said, I want a proof of fund or some sort of pre-approval from him. I hope he didn't change his mind since. I talked to him less than 40 hours ago.
Okay, this is less than 2 days ago, so hopefully he's okay with that. But this is kind of insane. He says he got it for, you say 60, Sammy?
65.
65. So yeah, Harry, obviously this is not really an assignment situation, but what I would do is I would just ask your lender for $5K more and then send it as the wholesale fee so that that we're in compliance.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that if it's legit.
If it's legit, that's the big question. Now I have a little bit of doubt about it based on you talking to the agent today, but I hope so. I hope it's real.
Hold on 1 second. I mean, I don't know. Agents can kind of make up stories just like everyone else, but maybe they are willing to accept that. 1 second.
Okay, so Sammy,
But
the wholesale...
I mean, he's gonna see if it's my proof of funds letter. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like, oh.
So here's how I would phrase it, Harry. I have a virtual assistant named Sam, and Sam has been reaching out to you on my behalf. Now, he told me today that it would be a go for us to sign at 65 if I could show the proper credibility. Is that the case or no?
Okay, sure.
And then maybe Sammy, you can let him know, hey, Harry's going to be reaching out. Okay. I think that was a yes. But yeah, Harry, I would hit him up and I'd be like, yo, my VA, Sam. And that's how you've been referring to yourself, right? Sam?
Yes.
Sam has been talking to you about deals on my behalf. And he told me that this was a go. Is this not accurate? I would do a little bit of digging there, but yeah, it sounds like it might be. Who knows?
All right. I mean, that'd be great.
I know Sam to be a very competent wholesaler, so we'll see. He's I've talked to him before. He knows his stuff now.
And also, with this same seller and agent, I've had him drop prices and then us close deals. So it's real.
Yeah,
it's possible.
We'll see. Anyways, man, let me know. Talk soon.
Okay, thanks.
See ya. Bye. All right, Sammy, we'll talk tomorrow, okay?
I am so sorry about that. I genuinely did not. I don't know why he would change his mind so quickly, but I mean, I spoke to him, I want to say, it's like genuinely like in the last 48 hours, and this is how it came about.
That's okay.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just one question for you.
Go ahead.
Was that Richard?
We don't know what's going to happen yet. He might be open for it.
Yeah. So Harry's gonna send me, or is he gonna send him the proof of fund? I assume he already has.
Harry has the money, trust. Harry's gonna send him proof of funds and reach out now to find out if that's the case.
Okay, and for fixing flips, I mean, this is somewhat in the future, but let's say I want to show a pre-approval for a fixing flip, but I mean, I have a great score, but it's within Canada. Is it still possible to convince a hard money lender to grant me some pre-approval?
I don't know, but what I do know is that if you can bring funds to the table, somebody here will co-sign with you. So let's say you fund the down payment, somebody will co-sign with you and ensure that you can get the loan. So who here would like to do a fix and flip, but maybe doesn't have the funds or experience to do it? Maybe Sammy, who is pretty experienced, is ready to do one, but he lives in Canada, so he can't get approved. You can get paid to loan sponsor for other buyers, right? So for example, Chris, my business partner, is doing a fix and flip. His credit's not that good from a past business venture. I was like, yeah, I'll co-sign with you if you give me part of your profit. And he was like, okay. And I make 10K right then, right there, just for signing my name on the line. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Okay. I'll check with them. Thank you so much. And by the way, that piece I put in the in the comments 2 days ago. That was from the plane I was working on. Richard, this is one piece. It's $150,000. It's just a door.
Yeah. Oh! I remember. Yeah. I remember what you're talking about. The piece of wood, the shiny piece of wood.
Yes. Yeah. Just a door. 150K. Gosh.
Dude, insane. Insane. Anyways.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
We'll talk soon. Bye. Oh, I'm getting tired. Eric, you've been here for a long time. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, Richard? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. How can I help?
Awesome. Hey, I think it's worth noting because I notice a lot of people hop on and immediately ask you for help. I have to pause for a second and tell you this is my very first day on Discord ever in my life. And it's been really hard to navigate, like you've mentioned numerous times. I just want to mention that I was an instructor in the Army. I'm now a trainer and instructor in the hospital. I've done a lot of different things. You are a really good trainer and instructor. I've learned so much in this live stream. To everybody watching, I don't know your background. I know everybody's from different backgrounds. I've been sitting in the gym parking lot this entire live stream because this live stream has been so informative that I haven't been able to go get my workout in because I didn't want to miss a single question or a word. So kudos to the environment, kudos to the questions, kudos to you, Richard. I mean, honestly, this has been so amazing. So shout out to you, your entire business model, everything. Like it's worth mentioning because this is very valuable information. This is not something to just overlook or take for granted. And your way of processing that fix and flip that you went through was so informative and so thorough. I'm like, man, this guy, he's only 24. He's so good at this. Like, I know you've been doing it for a few years, but man, you are absolutely killing it.
Thank you.
So all I can do is say thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I will keep tuning in and learning all I can. That was worth mentioning. I'm sorry. I've been waiting just to give you your props because it's worth it.
It's so helpful because I, as I said, I mean, for whatever reason, the group is in decline right now. I mean, we still got great numbers. We still got 8,000 members in here. But you know, I convinced myself it's because I'm doing something wrong. So it's really helpful to hear that, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, bro. It is. It's nice to get good positive feedback. So like this is feedback from somebody who is a trainer and instructor in many different fields. Dude, you're amazing. So keep it up because that that genuineness about you and the way that you mentioned, like, trust goes a long way. You don't want to scam people, all that, dude, it goes a long way. And for people like me that have like a serious background and done a lot of things, it does build rapport very quickly. And it shows that you're really about what you talk about and you know what you're talking about.
I appreciate
Okay.
it, man.
So thank you.
I appreciate it. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
So super, super simple. Like I said, I'm brand new, so I don't have anything crazy to ask you. I'm still learning. But the one simple thing that I did want to know, let's say today I found the absolute best deal possible for any buyer, whether it was a fix and flip, a cash deal, whatever it was. My main concern is, how do I take this amazing deal that I found and get it to who it needs to go to? I know that you put in there, you could put hashtag submit deal. You could also put on the buy box cartel. I saw that. But my main thing is when I'm talking to the realtor or the seller, and I saw a couple of people talk about double closing and stuff like that. But my main question was, let's say you got the deal locked up verbally, and now we get to the contract part. Do you ask the realtor to send you the contract that you know might not have an assignable clause in it and therefore puts you in a double close situation? Or do you actually prefer to offer to send your contract that you can offer or that you can include the assignable clause in it? That's my main issue, because I want to make sure the contract portion is done correctly. That way I can submit it correctly.
Yeah. So yes, most contracts are assignable because contracts are assignable by default. You don't actually have to have an assignment clause in the contract to assign it. You just have to not have a non-assignment clause. And I never say anything about that to a realtor. If I speak to a realtor and the questions that I ask suggest that I am experienced, I'll never see a non-assignment clause. But if you call and you're like, hi, so yeah, hold on. Yeah, I was calling about the listing that you had on 100% non-assignable. 100% non-assignable. They're going to ask for your driver's license, EMD day one, option fee, non-assignable, proof of funds, pre-approval. They'll ask for everything just to fuck with you, just as a way to say, I'm better than you, sit down. Just as a way to fuck with you because you came across as that person who's inexperienced, and for some reason that kind of triggers something in them. So if you present yourself the way that you presented yourself to me with the confidence that you've likely learned in your other ventures, you're never going to run into a non-assignable contract. You just want to avoid asking wholesale questions like saying, I can close quick. We can do a full cash offer, quick close. We can do all of these things for you. You just want to call and present your offer as quickly as possible. Now, that doesn't mean saying, hi, I can do 75K. It kind of means like, hey, my lender had a couple questions that I was unable to answer. I just wanted to hop on a phone and see if you could help me out with this. Oh my God, if you start with that, they're never going to have a non-assignable contract. But with that said, throw your contract into ChatGPT. You can upload a PDF to ChatGPT and say, is this contract non-assignable? And it'll just let you know. But I would say 1 out of 20 times the contract is non-assignable when I'm calling. Very rare.
Okay, so if that's really good to know. So thank you. So let's say, so it's okay to ask the realtor to send you the contract based on that information. So let's say you receive the contract. So where do you include the assignment clause to make sure like we get our fee?
You don't need an assignment clause. You actually, which is crazy. All contracts are assignable by default. You don't need an assignment clause. But what I think you're referring to is the assignment contract. Now, the assignment contract is a contract that my team sends to the buyer to sign. However, we also make that agreement available to you. So if you go to hashtag contracts, you'll see that we've uploaded an assignment agreement. However, they're everywhere. Assignment agreements are everywhere. So if you wanted to find your own assignment agreement, I would just go on Google and I'd look up assignment agreement PDF. It's a little one pager, assignment agreement. There's one right there. And it just ties the buyer into your purchase and you send both documents to the title company for closing.
Oh, okay. So I would receive the contract and then I would send it to you guys or in the submit deal. But then you guys would actually do the assignment form and have that filled out for the buyer.
Yes, that's correct. And here's the thing: if you have your own buyer, which I always encourage people to send to their own buyers, and you're like, well, how do I find that? Facebook's really good. You could also post on the Buy Box Cartel Marketplace. Yeah, you can also send it to my team and just make note of who bought the deal and call them after it closes. But if you have your own buyer, you can send them an assignment agreement. And if you guys ever want to close your own deal and you're like, you know what, I don't really need to pay half of my assignment fee or 40% of my assignment fee to Richard, just send it to Gold Key TC. They'll do all of the title work for you and you won't even have to pay for it. Your buyer will pay for it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to negotiating the assignment fee, then is that something we just work out with you, not necessarily the realtor and all that?
My team sets it. My team sets the
Oh, they
assignment
just said it. Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would say our average assignment is 7K. Average is about 7K. The lowest we see are 3K. The highest we see are usually 20K. If we get real excited about a 15, 20K assignment fee. The highest I have ever seen are from this gentleman who's on stage right now with the surfing background. He closed one deal for $70,000, which was insane. One seller, 3 houses, $70,000. And the purchase price on that, to let you know about ratios, was $2.1 million. So it was on a big building. And we can do buildings. We can do big buildings.
Oh, no, I saw that. It was the multifamily, right?
Yeah, it was in Connecticut.
Yeah,
Multifamily.
you guys offered above list, right?
That was actually a different one. That was a different one, but he also did that on this too. So that's kind of our whole thing. So for seller financing, we teach people to offer above list price to incentivize the seller. Also because it saves on interest. Surprisingly, 3% interest on $500K over a 30-year period of time is less than flat out paying $600 for that house, even $700 for that house. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, that was really the main question I had because I'm learning so much about how to find deals, but I was like, man, okay, how do I find this deal? I'm really getting kind of tripped up on the contract side of it. And I what's the point of getting a seller or a buyer, or sorry, a seller or a realtor to agree to a deal, and then I don't know how to do the paperwork aspect. So I'm like, man, I got to get this figured out first, before I'm tripping out trying to like lock things down.
Yeah. I think the most helpful thing to know is that when you're doing on-market deals, realtor sends you the contract. The only thing that you need to include in your contract to protect yourself is, and I'll put it in the chat, EMD, which stands for earnest money. You should never submit earnest money, but EMD of, I don't know, maybe $2,000 or $1,500, probably not $500, could be offensive to them, could tip them off that you're wholesaling, maybe $2,000. And I like to call it non-refundable, even though it doesn't really mean anything. I guess non-refundable traditionally has a meaning, but the way that we use it, it just is a fun word that makes them feel good. Non-refundable EMD submitted post 7-day inspection. Just that.
And the buyer pays the EMD, right?
Yeah. You should never, ever have to pay EMD. The reason we do it after the inspection period is so that we can send a buyer to check out your property. They can be like, okay, it needs all this stuff, but I'm okay with the deal. And then they can submit the earnest money for you.
Okay, got you. Yeah, those are really like some of the biggest questions I had as being brand new to the community. So thank you for your attention to detail to the newcomers, because I know you've been doing this for a while and it's easy to just go straight to talking crazy because you do this. So like you started this live stream off rip, like attending to the newcomers. So me as a newcomer, I really appreciate that attention to detail because it does go a long way. It does help your community and it does help build that rapport and that trust. Not getting lost and talking too crazy, and then the newcomers are just completely lost. So as someone who is experienced in other fields but brand new to this, I can just say thank you 1,000 times. And I appreciate you explaining how to do that paperwork. So I'll get right on that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I definitely recommend taking the prerequisite courses. Those will help you out a lot. But yeah, man, I've
been trying to access it, but the website's been down.
So try this. We also have them in the Discord. Hashtag get started.
Yeah, I did the fix and flip. I did all the courses, but I saw you just fixed the get started cash course. That was a fix and flip. So I got to look at that one.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Sorry about that. We have a course on wholesaling fix and flips, and then we have a course on doing fix and flips. Because when you're wholesaling a fix and flip, you only need to know about the acquisition side. But when you're actually doing a fix and flip, now there's a ton of different moving parts.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate it. I'll keep tuning in and keep doing what you do, and good luck to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk soon, man.
Time to finally get this workout in.
Yeah. Have a good one, man. Talk later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man. See you.
Well, that was really nice to hear. Really quick, Jesmar, I'm just going to help Sue because she's got this issue. I'm talking to the buyers right now, Sue, about this, as are you. I typed in I typed EMD not happening, and he says buyer is not submitting today. I have a meeting with him tomorrow, 7 a.m. PST. I was aiming to get submitted to him today, but it didn't happen. Let me call him, Sue, for a little bit more clarity on that, and I'll push him to submit it himself.
Thanks.
I don't know how much Gold Key is for a seller finance deal. You'll have to go on their website.
Please leave your message for 47.
Watch party? Is the World Cup happening right now or something? Sorry, I you know how I spend my time. NBA finals? Oh shit, maybe I should watch that. Who's playing? I feel like I'm embarrassed asking, but it's just not. Y'all know how I spend my time. Sorry. The Spurs and the Knicks.
Please leave your message for.
Does Danny Green still play for the Spurs, or did he retire? We need more trumpet vids. I can do that. He retired. He retired. Sorry, it's just the last update I have. The last update I have was probably when I was in like 8th grade, when that was cool. And people like, dude, you know, I was super into in 8th grade. I was super into basketball in 8th grade. So these shoes, if y'all knew the lore behind these shoes, if only y'all knew the lore behind this shoe in particular, and these, oh my God, see, I wasn't really into basketball, but it just came with the shoes and the sneakers. So, I'm going to text them this, Sue. I'm going to say, hey, we might just, or I'll say, can y'all submit it? It's only $4,400 and your buyer can refund you next day. Yeah. So Sue, they're not picking up. They're on another call right now. But I'm requesting that they submit it themselves and have the buyer refund. We might lose.
I understand. Rich, I have a question for you because obviously the agent is pressing. He said that we already got an extension, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, is there a way maybe we can leave something in writing to see if, because I don't think they're going to put the EMD, I've never purchased a house. Is there something that maybe we can leave in writing to see if the agent will consider extending one more day?
Here's what I think is going to happen, Sue, if I had to bet money on it. I would say the agent's going to try to cancel the contract, which he is within his full right to do so. Then my team is going to submit earnest money, and we're going to say, hey, we've done all of the due diligence. Earnest money is submitted. Are you really going back on market to restart this? Because Sue, now you know the process. Now you know all of the shit that we have to deal with behind the scenes, right? It's worth it for 20 racks, right? It's worth it, but there's just all of the shit. This is with all buyers. So even if they cancel with us, they're restarting this horrible mess of a process and answering all of these questions for somebody else. So it would be infinitely easier for them just to work with us rather than do all of this bullshit. So what I'm thinking is they're probably going to try to cancel it. And then my team's going to be like, we're ready to submit EMD tomorrow. We'll submit EMD. And then we can go to them and be like, earnest money is in. We need an addendum to reactivate this contract. Are you telling me that with all of the legwork we've been through and you getting your price and everything, you're going to restart this process? And there's no chance of them saying yes to that. They will work with us, Sue. I know it's a little bit hairy, but I can't force their hand. I hope they'll just submit the earnest money today. But chances are we're going to get the EMD in tomorrow, and we can tell the agent, like, hey, we got it in. Are y'all really redoing this whole process, or are we working with you? It's
okay. So simply not say anything today.
Well, we want to catch the agent up to speed. I mean, there's a couple uncertainties about this and that, taxes, I think it was, and for whatever reason, they're not submitting it today, but they're going to submit it tomorrow. We have a meeting Well, this is exactly what I was told. This is what I was told right here. So this is what I was told, and I think it's likely that EMD is going to be submitted tomorrow. I understand that if you're not willing to work with us anymore, you might as well just lean into it rather than arguing. You can say, I totally understand if we're not a good fit. It's a little psychology trick. You know, you say, I get it. Maybe we're not a good fit for you. EMD is going to be in tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
But
Awesome.
so this is, you know, I'm glad you're seeing this so soon, but yeah, the disposition side of things, it's hard. It's hard. That's typically why we just handle it for you guys. Cause this is just like, oh my God, there's just so much shit, but fortunately you're making out with a really big check. And I hope that happens for you.
Yeah, what I was telling Quaid is that right now the seller is available for a call if they want. I think that they're getting into the sellers, like into the buyers' calls without the answers. So I told them like, hey, seller's available right now. If you want, we can make it work.
Okay, I just sent them that. I said seller is able to talk right now if you want to smooth it over. Did you send that phone number for the seller?
No, let me get it.
Jesimar went through this too, and he got his payout. He got the payout. So Jesimar went through this as well. He got the payout. So it says, stay in there. I know it's hard, but hey, this is better than not having any deal, right?
Bro, I'm gonna be it until it dies, literally. But I'm trying to give them all the answers. But if we got on a call, it would be very
You
easy.
can call these people. I put you with them because I knew I couldn't keep up with everything that they had. You can call them. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. I'm looking for the seller's phone number. Okay.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Talk soon.
I'll let you know. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, Sue's situation. 2 weeks into the Discord, she pulls a deal that I sell for $20,000. But it's not no small deal. It is a 10 pack. It's a 10 unit. There's 10 units, and you know. Off market is hard. Yeah, Rowan, I told you there's nuances to this. It's not just, you know, there's trade-offs. I get it. On market can be awesome, but it's a kind of a balance, you know? Anyways, Jesimar, I want to review your flip now. Jason, I may have to head out after this because I've been live for a while, but you can always call me Jason.
Yeah, what's up, Rich? I'll send it to you.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris, yeah.
Is Birmingham the spot for you?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay.
Good price points and flip them ready to burr out. So
okay. Definitely check neighborhood. Neighborhood looks pretty low income, but not awful. What do you think ARV is?
That's what I was gonna ask you for. So I'm thinking maybe because you want to keep it to the same kind of property like the way it looks, right? So I'm thinking maybe like 115, 120.
Yeah, this area looks like it would have an ARV around there.
Yeah. And the thing is, the area, like, it just looks kind of risky, I guess. But I looked at spot crime, and there's no crime in the area. So.
Okay, so this is 77th Street below Rugby. 77th Street below Rugby.
It's like right in the corner.
I think I just found it. And then there's the little line. Yep, I found it. Okay, so what's listed here? Well, everything that's listed is like 140, 200, 127, 140. So that's good. Is it a 3-1?
Yeah.
What's the square footage?
It is 1288. So basically 1300.
What do you think you could get it for?
I'm not sure if the guy's kind of playing it kind of close to his hand. So I'm thinking maybe like the pictures on Proshin don't look too bad. So maybe a 30 to 40K flip.
Man, your ARV is well above what you think. Look at this.
You think so?
These are your neighbors' houses, bro.
Yeah, these are the comps I've seen, but I was trying to keep it to the subject property. Is that like make sense? If that, you know what I mean? Like mine doesn't look like these. You know what I
Yours-
mean?
Yours will look like that if it's renovated.
Mm.
So it will.
Okay.
I mean, well, I'm just looking. Yeah, I see what you're saying. These guys might have a downstairs area. I'm not sure. Maybe you have a downstairs, maybe you don't. But it
Yeah.
from this. So you'd have to see the behind of this house because your house might look like this. You just have to see the back of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you have more square footage than them though, so it can't be that different. But yeah, I think there's definitely an AR.
So 140, 150?
Yeah, I think that's a safe figure. I think 140, 150 is a safe figure. Maybe I can get a view of the back of the house. I wonder if it slopes down. No, it just sort of goes back far. It just goes back pretty far.
Yeah. It's actually on a really nice lot. I mean, on Parchment it says the lot is about 7,000, so
Yeah.
it's a pretty decent lot.
Yeah. So it's got the tin roof. You'll want to change the roof.
Yeah.
You want to do windows. So roof and windows, those are really expensive, right? You're probably looking at maybe like 10 for the roof, maybe 12 for the roof. And then windows could be like 7. So you might be looking at 17 to 20 for just exterior. It looks like some landscaping is being done here. Maybe you want to do grass and then interior work and pressure wash the siding, maybe replace that siding even. So I will say your rehab is still probably pretty close to 50K.
50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But definitely send a contractor to figure out.
Yeah. All right. 50K ARV of 140 conservative.
Yeah. But I mean, man, if you do it like this other one, you've got the square footage. These are similar houses. You know, it's not exactly the same, but these are similar houses, and the rehab is not insane. So you could sell for over 150.
All right. So I'm gonna keep it conservative and say 150. If I get more, hey, I'll get more.
Yeah.
All right. Because he's keeping that number, he's keeping his figure close to his heart. So I'm gonna come in low like always, and let's see what he says.
Yeah. Let me know.
All right, now. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Text me. Holy shit, what a marathon live stream. I had a really good time though. I need to tell them about our clips today. Okay. Sue, I wouldn't, because remember, for a fix and flip, your rehab money is paid by the lender, and seller finance, no matter how good the terms are, that's hard. Sue, the exception is if this thing is in really good, not really good enough condition, it will work. Why are we on the kitchen table? Oh, you're not. Your kitchen table's over there. I've been standing recently for twofold. One, I think standing is probably better for me. And then two, I get much better views when I'm in this environment versus when I'm in my other environment. People aren't watching when I'm in my studio. I don't know why. Needs cosmetic roof. Sue, show me tomorrow. Possibly you could seller finance on that, but reduce normal seller finance terms if property needs work. Okay. Let's spin our wheel. Here's our wheel. We're going to spin it, and we're going to see what it lands on. And it moved a little bit past that one because nobody wants that one. Well, Well, I should respin it. It landed on the stuffed animal. It's the stuffed animal. Come on, let's respin it. And I'm going to go back to the gym and finish leg day and then vomit again. Can we get a okay. What would you rather have me give away? Can we do a new wheel? Yeah, I could totally do a new wheel. I can erase all of these. I can erase all of these and just put on my one-on-one. Do you guys want to do the 30-minute one-on-one today? Is that what you want me to give away? A 30-minute one-on-one? Okay. Okay. All right. Now I know what we want. All right. So guys, I'll tell you what, I will redo the wheel. I'm very busy right now, but I will redo the wheel when I get a moment. I've been talking about it for a while. I really do need to do that. How should I give this away? How about some location trivia? Yeah, that's the Chubby Blob seal pillow. We're going to play a game. We haven't done this game before. We're going to play a game. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What skyline is this? What skyline is that? Where is that? What skyline is that? I just posted a skyline in the chat. You'll have to tell me the name of the city. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, we got you guys confused here. What skyline is that? That is the Detroit skyline. And the Detroit skyline is said to be one of the best skylines in the world. Do you know why? And I'm not saying this is necessarily my perspective, but do you know why that is said? That is said because Detroit was once the wealthiest city in the entire world. Can you believe that? Detroit used to be Dubai. Can you believe that? Detroit, Michigan was equivalent to Dubai or New York City or Shanghai. Isn't that insane? Not anymore, but all of the really cool buildings were built back then, and they remain, and they're still really pretty. So that's Detroit, and our first person to say Detroit was Mr. Chicken Bud. Chicken Bud was our first person to say Detroit. Pam, Chicago, lock in. You're literally living in Detroit. Chicken Bud, that's a 30-minute one-on-one. The way that this works is I just sent you my cell phone number. If you send me a text, I will save your contact as whatever your name is, one-on-one, so I know to pick up.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll shoot you over a text then.
Absolutely. Oh, perfect, Jason. Yeah, let's talk more tomorrow, man. Oh my God, I'm so gassed. I'm so destroyed. But we should talk more tomorrow. Anyways, this guy's going to text me right now. He's got my cell phone number, and then I will add him to my contacts and just reach out to me. Be a little bit diligent, as this is what I'm currently working with. Isn't that fun?
I'm trying to send it right now. Give me a second.
I've got a 56 unit in Macon, Georgia, 2.6 million purchase, 340 down, 6.75% interest, 13% cash on cash to return. Can you get it sold? Cash on cash a tad low and down payment kind of high, but also interest kind of high. So you've got high interest, high down payment. One of them needs to yield. Medium cash on cash return, not a bad cash on cash, medium cash on cash, high down payment.
Just sent you that message.
And then your interest of 675 is not great either.
No. I could put my real name on it as well if you need me to. I just
what's your
said
name?
Chicken Butts that you had. My name's Marcus.
Marcus 1-on-1. All right, Marcus, if you ever text me, I'll see that it says Marcus 1-on-1. You can wait until you're struggling, or we could do it tomorrow. Up to you.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Guys, what a stream. Wow, I didn't get to do any calls, but that means that my calls are just stacking up. I've got a lot of calls to do. But what am I going to do now? Quick snack Back to the gym. Back to the gym. More sickness. Anyways, guys, I will catch you later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and have an amazing rest of your night. But Jason is now going to continue the live stream, and you want to know why you should listen to Jason? Jason does $200,000 per month in mobile home parks in net cash flow, much more in gross cash flow. And Jason is going to talk about how he bought his first one 4 years ago. What? 4 years ago? And he's making more than the Discord makes? Oh shit. So you got some notes to take right here. He's going to take it away. Thanks so much, Jason. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Richard.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Pretty crazy stream today, guys, huh? Pretty good stream. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, it's in my bio. Whether you're on TikTok or whether you're on YouTube, just click the link in my bio, in my description. Click the link in my description, and you will find it. You can also just Google Hold My Hand Wholesale. Anyways, I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.